it, Bob. Hold it, hold it, hold it.
Well, what is it, Jack?
Bob, it's almost airtime. Can't you do something about the orchestra?
Well, what's wrong with them? Nobody goofed.
What's wrong with them? Look at Bagby's playing the piano lying down. Bridwell is blowing confetti through his clarinet. And look at Sammy, the drummer, weaving around up there. If he doesn't fall off that stand before the show's over, I'll eat my hat.
Well, gosh, Jack, you didn't expect the boys to come in sober this soon after New Year's Eve, did you?
Bob, I don't expect them to come in sober after Groundhog Day. But this is ridiculous. Look at them. We're starting a new year, Bob, and I want you to tell them those new rules we discussed.
Now?
Yeah, give them those new rules right now.
Well, okay.
Tell them.
Look, attention, fellas, attention. Look, we're starting a new year, and we'll all get along a lot better if...
I knew he'd fall off. Help Sammy up, will you, boys? Now, go ahead with the rules, Bob.
Okay, Jack. Look, now, fellas, look. I'm sure that you all want to know just exactly where we stand, so listen carefully, will you? Now, rule number 1. During the coming year, you will all be required to attend each and every rehearsal, and no excuse will be accepted unless it is signed by either your doctor or your warden.
That's telling them.
Rule number 2. From now on, when I lift my baton, that's the signal for you to start playing, not drinking.
I knew that one would go over big.
Now, look, guys, before we go on the air, I know that you want to show Jack just exactly how good your faith is. So, if any of you happen to be in possession of a bottle of spirits, I would like you to throw it in this wastebasket. All right, now, let's get started.
Well, Remley dropped his in. Who's next? Now, how about...
Hey, Jack, come on, will you? Come on.
Don, let go of my arm.
But we're going on the air in just a few minutes.
So we're going on the air. What are you so excited about? You've been jumpy all afternoon.
Oh, it's that diet my doctor gave me. I'm not allowed to eat candy, cake, pie, potatoes. Can't eat anything I like, and it's making a nervous wreck out of me.
Gee, that's awful. When'd you go on this diet?
I start tomorrow.
Well, Don, if it bothers you so much before you're even started, maybe you better forget about it.
I can't. I made a New Year's resolution to lose 100 pounds this year.
How much?
100 pounds.
Don, I've known you for 23 years, and the only time 100 pounds ever left your body was when you had your tonsils removed. Remember, they weighed 50 pounds each?
Oh, yeah, as soon as I came to, I had to get off the table so the doctor could lie down.
Yeah.
Well, 1 minute till airtime, Jack.
Okay, where are the scripts, Don?
I haven't got them.
Well, where are they? We're going on the air.
Now, look, relax, Jack. Here comes the clerk from the mimeograph department. He's got them.
Well, it's about time. Say, fella, why are you always bringing in the scripts at the last minute?
Because I'm busy! I'm busy! Busy!
But you had plenty of time.
Plenty of time, he says. It's not that easy. I gotta type this script, make the stencil, ink the machine, put the paper in and turn the handle. I have to do everything myself. There's no organization. Now, nothing is organized.
Take it easy, will you?
Everything is a rush job. First they come with Amos and Andy's script, then our Mrs. Brooks, and then meet Millie, and then your lousy script.
What?
And then Bing Crosby. I told you there's no organization.
Look, I'm going on the air in a minute, and I can't be bothered with your problems, so go already.
I'm going going, I'm going.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. See, he's so excitable. Ooh.
Now everybody hollers at me. Before Christmas, they're all such angels. Sometimes I think...
Jack, we should be on the air now. We're 5 seconds late.
Well, we can't be. The producer's supposed to give me the signal. Where is he? Why isn't he in the booth? There's no organization!
Well, there it comes now, Jack.
Okay, hit it, Bob.
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, although New Year's Eve is behind us, the strains of Should Old Acquaintance Be Forgot linger on. So right now I'd like to bring you one of the oldest acquaintances I know, and here he is, Jack Benny.
Thank you. Hello again. This is Jack Benny talking. And, Don, ordinarily I'd get back at you for that corny introduction, but we're starting a new year, so I'm going to forgive and forget.
You are?
Yep, I'm wiping the slate clean. And I'm going to start by paying up all my old debts. Oh, Bob.
Yeah?
Bob, here's that quarter I borrowed from you last June when we ate at the drugstore. You remember that.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Now, how about that $10 that I won from you on the Rose Bowl game yesterday?
Well, that's this year, so you'll have to wait until 1956.
Jack Benny, that's
No, Bob, we're not going to have any bickering this year. The people are tired of insults, name-calling, and all that rowdy old hat comedy. From now on, we're going to do only sophisticated humor. We're going to have suave, smooth, All right, let them lay there. Now, as I was saying, we're going to do suave, sophisticated, smart comedy.
Gee, I'm sure going to miss Dennis.
No, I already discussed this with Dennis, and he promised to be a completely different person this year.
Yeah, but, Jack, do you think that Dennis can really change?
Well, he said he would, and after the talk I gave him, I think he will. I know if he puts his...
Well, hello, everybody.
Oh, hello, kid. We were just talking about you. How are you, Dennis? Dennis, how are you? Dennis, I'm talking to you.
No, you're not.
Then who am I talking to?
Julius.
What?
I told you I'd be a different person this year.
Oh, so you changed your name to Julius, huh?
Yeah, that's my last name.
Your last name is Julius? What's your first name?
Orange.
Cut that
Orange Julius. Imagine naming yourself after a drink.
Oh, I was going to call myself Lipton Tea, but I didn't know what the T stood for.
Stop it, will you? Here it is, the first show of the new year. Right away, you got to aggravate me. I don't know why I even talk to you. Now, let's just have your songs.
Sorry, Julius doesn't sing.
What?
But he does bird calls. He's the Australian wood wobbler.
I don't care what he does. Just sing. Orange Julius, some sophisticated show I'm running. That was The Little Shoemaker, and very good, too, Julius.
You can call me Orange.
Look, kid, let's just forget about that. I was wrong to expect you to be any different. A person just doesn't change overnight.
Well, my father did.
He did?
Yeah, he woke up this morning and he was a new man. You should have seen him. He went up to my mother and he said, first you're going to make my breakfast, then you're going to wash the floor, and after that you're going to iron all my clothes, and when you're through with that, you're going to shine my shoes.
Well, it's about time your father asserted himself. I'd like to go over and congratulate him.
Well, it's not far. He's at Cedars of Lebanon.
Well, Dennis, wish him a happy New Year for me, will you? Now, let's get on with the...
Say, Jack, I tried to get you all New Year's Day. Where were you?
Oh, I was at the Tournament of Roses parade in Pasadena. It was a beautiful sight.
Did you go alone?
No, I had my date with me from New Year's Eve, and Rochester drove us down there.
Gee, didn't you have to wake up awfully early to get to Pasadena in time?
Oh, it wasn't so bad, Don. Now, let me tell you about it. I set the alarm for 3:30 a.m. At 3:45, we picked up my date. By 4 o'clock, we were on our way.
Say, the fog really rolls in at this hour of the morning. I can't see more than 20 feet in front of me.
Really, Gertrude? Gee, I can see that street light at the end of the block. Rochester, what can you see?
Nothing. My eyes are still closed.
Well, open them. You're driving. And don't look so crabby.
Boss, it's 4 in the morning. Even Liberace ain't smiling.
4 in the morning, big deal. Where's your vitality? Gertrude and I were out celebrating last night, and here we are wide awake and full of pep.
Yeah, and we're older.
Speak for yourself, John.
Get him. Whose idea was it to call it a night at 10:30? The joint was just starting to jump.
Well, what's the difference? While I was there, I was the life of the party, wasn't I?
Some life.
Well, what's so funny?
You tried to look so debonair drinking hot chocolate out of my slipper.
I only did that for a gag. Anyway, you'll have to admit that I showed you a swell time at that nightclub. Well, I had you out on that dance floor every minute.
Anything to keep me from eating.
You ate, sister, and how you ate. I suppose that T-bone steak was a mirage. The last time I saw anyone wrestle meat that way, he had a branding iron.
Very funny.
I was never so embarrassed in all my life. Everyone was looking at us.
They weren't looking at me. They were looking at you in that old tuxedo.
Old tuxedo?
Your pants were so tight you had to wear your garters on the outside. Now I suppose you're going to pout all day because I told you off.
I'm not going to pout.
See, the fog is lifting.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. Hey, Rochester, maybe you ought to put down the top, huh?
Oh, boss, let's not put the top down.
Why not?
There's so much trouble taking down the center pole and pulling out the pegs.
Oh, yes, I forgot. This is the new one I bought at the Army surplus store.
Yeah, the flap still says Field Headquarters, General Ridgway.
Yeah.
How far are we from Pasadena?
About 10 miles.
Oh, we'll be there in no time. Well, here we are in Pasadena. Only took us an hour and a half. Rochester, what happened?
The motor died.
But we're in the middle of Colorado Boulevard.
And here come the floats.
Oh, my goodness. Listen, Rochester, step on the starter.
I'm stepping.
Good, you got it started.
No, I didn't.
Then how come we're moving?
A float is pushing us.
What?
Smile, boss, smile. We're in the parade.
Gee, if I'd known this, I would have worn my bathing suit.
Oh, be quiet and stop blowing kisses. Oh, fine. We had to get with one of the loudest band yet.
Say, we must be going under a tree. A bird's nest just fell in my lap.
That's mine. It blew off. This is the most embarrassing thing that's ever... Hey, the float stopped. Quick, Rochester, do something.
I'll try.
All right, you people. Step back and stop laughing. It's not funny. Go ahead, Rochester. Step on the starter again.
Just a second. I'm connecting this loose wire.
Okay.
Say, Mommy,
What is it?
what kind of car is that?
I don't know. It must be a foreign make.
Madam, it's not a foreign make. This is an American car.
Not so loud. I want my boy to be proud of his country.
Look, madam.
Now, come on, Whitney. We've got to go.
Mommy, I think you made him mad. He threw a bird's nest at us.
My, what a strange way for General Ridgway to act.
Rochester, there must be something you can do.
Hang on, here we go again.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
Happy New Year, everybody! Gee, I haven't had this much fun since I got caught in a revolving door with Errol Flynn.
Why do these things always happen to me? I just wanted to see the parade. I didn't want to be in it.
You might as well relax and enjoy yourself. We've got 3 hours to go.
Maybe you're right. Rochester, sit up straight and put your hands on the wheel.
What for?
If we're going through with this, at least let everyone think that we're pulling the float. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of my sponsor and my entire staff, I want to wish all of you a Happy New Year. Of course, everybody will be a year older, but not me. Good night, folks.
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight Jack Benny does his television show, but meanwhile we have a radio program to do. You know, almost every morning before breakfast, Jack takes a nice long walk through Beverly Hills. It's early in the morning, and right now he's in the midst of his walk.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. Ah, gee, it's nice walking this early in the morning. Nobody is up. Everything's so quiet and peaceful. Oh, isn't that cute? That sparrow must be building a nest. He's gathering things for it. Oh, look, he's carrying a little piece of Kleenex. Wait, he's not building a nest. He's wiping his eyes. The smog is awful today. Yep, it really is bad. But it feels good going out so early. Everything is so pretty. I like living in Beverly Hills. Gosh, look at that. I haven't seen a horse and wagon for years. I'll never forget the first time I was driving my Maxwell and we passed a horse and wagon. And my car scared the horse. Come to think of it, it scared the wagon, too. The driver looks kind of familiar. I know that face.
Hi, Rube.
Sure, it's my farmer friend from Calabasas. What are you doing here in Beverly Hills?
I'm on the way back home.
Oh, what'd you come to town for?
Yesterday, I went down to the radio studio to appear on a new quiz program. Take it or milk it.
Oh.
But that ain't the first time I've been on radio. A couple of months ago, my wife told me she'd like a Bendix on the farm, so I won one and brought it home with me.
I bet that made her happy. Yeah?
No, I brought home the wrong Bendix. She wanted William. Get it?
I got it.
You ain't the first sucker who fell for that one, Rube.
Hey, by the way, I meant to ask you something. I've never been in Calabasas. Pretty small place, isn't it?
Sure is. They even have a special Burma shave sign for the town.
Oh, what does it say?
If you sneeze or blink or remove your glasses, you'll miss the town of Calabasas.
Hey, that's pretty good. Well, I better run along now. See you again.
So long, Rube.
So long. Yeah, I wonder why he always calls me Rube. Oh, well, I better get home. Oh, what a beautiful morning. I wonder whose house this is on the corner. Oh, it's Jane Russell's. She has such a high fence around it because she takes a sun bath every day. If I had the wings of an angel. morning. And there's Phil Harris's house. Yeah, it's a nice weather vane he put up on his chimney. An old crow. Why didn't he use a bird instead of a bottle? Well, I better walk a little faster. I'm getting hungry. Ah, Rochester, that was really a good breakfast.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, Mr. Billy.
I sure did.
Well, if you're done eating, maybe you ought to check this list with me. I'm going shopping.
What do we need from the market?
Canned goods, meats, vegetables, everything.
Let me see the list. 1 loaf of bread, 5 pounds of sugar, a bottle of ketchup, a box of cornflakes, 5 pounds of flour, 3 boxes of Jell-O. Jell-O?
Yeah, after all these years, we finally ran out.
Oh.
Well, I'll go now. See you later.
Okay. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Hello?
Hello? Can you tell me what television program you're watching now?
I'm sorry, but I'm not watching television right now.
Oh, I see. Well, did you look at television last night?
Yes, I did.
Would you mind telling me what programs you watched?
Let's see. Robert Montgomery and Burns and Allen.
Oh, would you mind telling me all about them? I don't have a set.
Well, Gracie wanted... Oh, goodbye! Of all the silly things. Imagine it. There's the nerve of that guy calling up and asking me to tell him about television shows. I get the craziest phone calls. If I didn't have such a good laundry business, I'd get an unlisted number. Maybe I ought to have my name taken out of the phone book anyway. Or at least out of the yellow pages. I wonder if every... Hello?
Hello, Mr. Benny.
Oh, hello, Dennis.
How are you feeling?
Fine.
It's a nice day today, isn't it?
It sure is.
If it's a nice day tomorrow, will you come and visit me?
Visit you? Where are you?
In jail.
That's nice. Now, Dennis, when you do your song next Sunday...
Well, Mr. Benny, aren't you excited or anything? I may be here for 20 years.
Good. Now, Dennis, when you do your...
Well, gee, aren't you worried?
Dennis, you've been calling me up with a lot of silly talk for so many years that I never believe one word you say. You make up the silliest, most absurd things I've ever heard. And I'd be a fool if I thought for 1 minute...
I gotta hang up now. We're going to lunch.
Wait a minute, Dennis. Those marching feet. Dennis, you mean you're really in jail?
No, Mr. Benny, I was only kidding. I'm at the studio. You see, we're making a television picture about a prison riot, and I'm playing the part of an escaping convict.
Dennis, what's happening?
Dress rehearsal.
Oh, well, then I better hang up. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
That must be some picture he's making. Well, I got a lot of time on my hands today. I don't know what to do. Maybe I'll go out to my golf course and... Nah, I already did a lot of walking this morning. I'm a little too tired to carry all those clubs. No matter how much they tip me. Can't practice my violin. It's broken. It's too early to go to bed. I think I'll go in my library and read a book. There are a lot of books here. Most of them have been bestsellers, too. Not as a Stranger, The Caine Mutiny. Here's one, I Looked and I Listened by Ben Gross. Treadmill to Oblivion by Fred Allen. It sure is a funny book. You know, it's a strange thing. On account of that feud we had, so many people think that Fred Allen hates and despises me. Unfortunately, Fred happens to be one of those people. Here's some books I've saved from the time I was a kid. The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, Tom Swift and His Electric Rifle. Oh, here's one that was given to me by my father. What Every Boy Should Know. I remember Papa gave it to me because he was too embarrassed to tell me about the birds and the bees. The bees go around getting honey out of the flowers. What's so embarrassing about that? Maybe I should have read the second chapter. Say, here's a book I haven't read. The Mystery of the Elephant's Graveyard. Hey, that sounds like an exciting book. I'll sit down and read this one. The Mystery of the Elephant's Graveyard, Chapter 1.
My name is Jack Stanley. I am by birth a wealthy heir, but by desire an explorer and a big game hunter. When I decided to locate the elephant's graveyard, I was warned of the many dangers lurking in the heart of darkest Africa. So I took precautions. For the fierce animals, I had a powerful rifle. For the dreaded disease of malaria, I had a huge supply of quinine. And for the fierce natives who shrink human heads, I had my head sanforized. On the 41st day of our journey, we were hacking our way through dense jungle undergrowth when suddenly the native porter stopped and started a discontented murmur. I turned to my partner and said,
What's wrong with the natives, Wilson?
I don't know. I'll ask him. Uga muga nagila buana? Nula angara?
Nuga nuga mala. Milala hananawal.
He says the men refuse to go any further. They're hungry. For 15 days, they've had no food or drink.
It's their own fault. I told them to join the Diners Club. Ask them how far it is to the elephant's graveyard.
Nawila muga lakuta. Miwa buga bugo narwa.
Magua.
He says it's a 3-day journey if you go by the mountain route, but if you take the shortcut by the river, it's only 2 days, providing you don't run into the unfriendly pygmy tribes or crocodiles.
Magua means all that? Yes, Magua? Isn't there a Boona Boona with it? Yes, Magua?
Buga puna lakuta, oga nagaleb, buana angara buga mawa, chichi umga makola nula.
If that means yes, I'll punch him right in the nose.
He said, give me some Kleenex. The smog is killing me.
Oh, yes, he used to be a sparrow. Come on, let's get going.
Hey, the natives are restless. We better get them some food, and quickly, too.
Okay, come on. Let's go hunt some. Come on, follow me. This looks like a good place to hunt.
Careful now, this undergrowth. Look out for those thorns. They're very long.
Yeah. Ouch!
You tear your shirt?
I would have if I had a shirt on. Anyway, I don't mind.
Why in the world would you take your shirt off going through this dense underbrush?
Shirts cost money. Skin I can grow.
The hunt was a huge success. We got an antelope, a lion, a buffalo, and a tiger. Oh, I know the tigers are only found in India. But this one had been on a quiz program and won 2 glorious weeks in Africa. The men were delighted with the food, and we camped there for the night. The night seemed endless. I could not sleep. In addition to the usual sounds of the jungle, the air was rent by the roar of a lion, the snort of the water buffalo, the chatter of the monkeys, the snarl of the panther, and the weird plaintive cry of the giraffe. The weird plaintive cry of the giraffe.
Mel.
Giraffes don't make no noise.
Well, then do a sparrow again, anything.
The laugh of the hyena.
Yeah.
A southern hyena yet. In the morning, the men were refreshed, and we traveled all the next day. And it was towards dusk that we came to a little clearing in the jungle. And there she stood.
Thank goodness, at last you found me.
She was beautiful. And although she had been traveling for many days through the dense jungle, her clothes were not the least bit ripped. Fortunately, she had encountered no thorns. Fortunately? Then she began to speak.
Oh, I'm so glad. After all these days of traveling through this horrible jungle, hiding from the animals, avoiding the natives, fighting off all the dangers, and now you found me, and I'm safe.
Don't be too sure. Now tell me, what are you doing here in the jungle?
I came to Africa on a scientific expedition with Professor Ludwig von Krauss, but his lust for power got the better of him. He has set himself up as king of a native tribe. He wanted me to be his queen, but I escaped.
Nagula Hilamawa.
What's that?
Me messenger. Me look for you many moons. Me bring you this message.
Wait a minute. I'm in the uncharted jungles of Africa. How did you ever find me?
Me find them your address in yellow pages.
What's the message say?
It's from the British Home Office in Equatorial Africa. It said, beware of Professor Ludwig von Krauss. He's preparing to take over all of Africa.
The warning came too late, because just then we were surrounded by a horde of screaming savages who took us captive and brought us into the presence of the cruel, ambitious professor. He looked at us and said,
Down on your knees, you verstunkene Schweinhund! In the presence of the great Professor Ludwig von Krauss.
Now look.
Kneel, you Dummkopf. I am the great von Krauss, discoverer of penicillin, inventor of atomic energy, and just this morning I have made the greatest scientific discovery of the century.
What's that?
I have perfected brew 103. Now I have made up my mind what to do on you there, Thornton. The Shana girl I will keep, but the rest of you I'm going to throw to the crocodiles.
No, don't keep me. That would be a fate worse than death. Throw me to the crocodiles, too.
Who was that?
The crocodiles.
Now look.
Shut up. Oh, you make me so mad. Now come here. Come and see here, Fraulein, and sit on this throne here beside me.
Wait a minute. Why do you want to kill all the men and just keep her?
You better go home and read the second chapter of what every boy should know. All right, guard, tie these men up and throw them to the crocodiles.
Oh, no, you don't. Now, don't make a move. I've got you covered with this gun.
Look out! His guard is throwing a spear at you.
The spear went through me just as my bullet killed him. Although I was lucky that the spear didn't go through my heart, the doctors had bad news for me. It would be fatal to remove it. So for all these years, I've been going around with a spear sticking out of me. This doesn't bother me normally. But at a party, whenever we play charades, everyone guesses that I'm an hors d'oeuvre. That is my story. Yes, I, like all those before me, failed to find the elephant's graveyard.
What are you doing, Jack?
Oh, I'm calling my writers.
What do you want them for?
I have to do my television show tonight, and I can't ad-lib my way out of Africa.
What?
Angara Nugu.
That means he'll see you on television, folks. Don't forget to watch it.
Yeah.
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to bring you that...
Hold it, Don. Jack isn't here.
Well, gee, I just saw him a few minutes ago. Where is he?
He just went in the other room to talk to his riders. Oh, boy, is Jack burned up.
Oh, boy, those two guys get away with murder. They never have a program written till the last minute.
Well, I'm going in and see what's happening. Gee, he's always having trouble with his riders.
Now, look, fellas. If I told you once, I told you 1,000 times. You've got to have the program written before we go on the air. Every week, we just barely make it. Now, today, look what happens. No script at all.
Well, we were stuck this week.
Yeah, we didn't have no inspiration.
Oh, you didn't?
Don't yell at me. I'll fly to pieces.
I'm not yelling. I'm just asking you to work. That's all. You're working for me. I'm paying you to work.
And that's another thing. We want more dough.
Well, you certainly picked the right time to ask me. You're getting plenty now. Why do you want more money?
We want to get a room tonight.
Now, listen, will you cut that out? A fine team of writers I've got. I've been looking for you all week. Where were you?
Palm
Springs.
You're not supposed to be in Palm Springs. You're supposed to be here with me.
Come on, Jack. We're waiting for you.
Mary, I'll be there in a minute. Now, look, fellas.
Hey, who's the dame?
That's Mary Livingston. And she's not a dame. You've met her at least 400 times.
Oh, yeah, that's the girl we write for, Harry.
You're Harry. I'm Sam.
And I'm Jack Benny. I'm glad to know you. Now, look, fellas, we're on the air, so I'm going out and do the best I can. Meanwhile, you stay right here and prepare some kind of a play for us.
Yeah, okay. Hey, how about a murder mystery?
A murder mystery?
Hey, you know where a guy comes home and he finds his wife in the arms of another man?
The husband says, "Now I got you."
Why, Julius, what are you doing here?
You know what I'm doing here. I ain't gonna scrap it all.
Julius, put down that gun!
Look, boy.
Bang, 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 bang,
Boy.
bang, 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 bang.
Wait a minute! That'll be fine. Write it up. Write anything. Just so we can have a program. Now, bring it in as soon as possible.
Okay. Give me the pencil, Harry.
Well, you got it, Sam. I gave it to you yesterday.
No, I give it back to you.
Yeah, but after that, I put it in your
Here,
pocket.
use my pencil. For heaven's sake, use my pencil. Just get started. Now, go to work. Darn those guys. They go to Palm Springs, and I have no broadcast.
What's the matter, Jack? You having trouble with your writers again?
Yeah, Don, every week they're getting lazier. Now, tonight, no material at all.
Well, why don't you fire them?
He can't. They dug up a photograph of Jack when he was in the 3rd grade.
What's wrong with that?
He was the only kid with a mustache.
It was just fuzz. You could hardly see it. Anyway, that picture has nothing to do with my writers. If this ever happens again, I will fire them.
Well, Jack, if there's no script, what do we do now?
We'll just have to stall. Say, Bob, how about a number from the boys in the band?
Okay, but I'll need a couple of minutes to round them up.
Oh, for heaven's sake, what's the matter with those fellas? The minute the introduction is over, they always disappear.
Well, they don't have to play again unless Dennis sings a song, and they get kind of restless sitting around on the bandstand.
Oh, that's too bad. I want them on the stage throughout the show. Where are they?
Well, some of them are at that little bar across the street. And Bagby and Fletch and Kurtz, Bridwell and Sammy the drummer are backstage in a gin game.
5 of them? How can 5 play gin?
Oh, Sammy doesn't play. They use his head to keep score on.
They use his head to keep score?
Yeah, after a long game, it looks like he's got hair.
Bob, I hate to be a spoiled sport, but I wish you'd get the boys back on the stage.
It is a shame, Bob. Look, Frankie Remy's the only one on the stand.
That's right. And you know why? Because Frankie takes an interest in the show. He's the only one of the whole bunch who's loyal and dependable and always on the job.
Well, I'll wake him up and tell him that.
He's asleep? But his eyes are open.
Oh, Jack, don't tell me that trick of his has you fooled, too.
What trick?
He's got pupils painted on his eyelids.
Gee, he must have taken a lot of trouble with them. They're bloodshot and everything. But, kids, this isn't solving our problem. What can we do to fill time till the script is ready?
Well, Jack, you ought to be able to do something. After all, you're the star of the show.
But, Don, it's not that easy. I don't sing, I don't dance, I've never done imitations. Gee, I don't know what to do now.
If it wasn't Sunday, you could take your money to the bank.
Very funny, Miss Livingstone.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, hi, Dan.
Hello.
Hey, what's everyone standing around for?
Because we got a problem, Dennis. My writers let me down this week. We got no script, no jokes, nothing.
What's the difference? Who listens?
Hey, wait a minute, Dennis. There are still millions of people listening to radio. It's still a big medium. More radios were sold this year than ever before. And anyone who's on a big show like this is still doing a very important job.
Boy, did you sing a different tune when you cut my salary last September.
I didn't cut your salary. You're still getting $80 a week like you did last year.
Yeah, but what about that new clause you added?
What new clause?
The one that says a week is 14 days.
Jack, how could you actually make Dennis sign a contract that has 14 days in a week?
Because when he's around, it seems that long. Now, look, Dennis, as long as we're stuck without a script, how about doing your song now?
Hey, I got a better idea. Why don't you and I ad-lib a little? You know, to and fro.
Ad-lib, huh? To and fro. All right, Dennis, I'll start it. Who was that lady I saw you with last night?
That was no saw. That was a battle axe.
Some ad-libbing. Come in.
Telegrams, Mr. Benny.
Right here, fella. Thanks.
Give him a tip, Jack.
Oh, yes. Here you are, buddy. Say, you're rather old for a messenger boy, aren't you?
You ain't going to get the mumps anymore yourself, Bob.
And I had to give him a 50-cent tip.
You gave him a dime.
I gave him a quarter. I know what I gave him. I wonder who this telegram's from. Oh, it's from Fred Allen. Gee, I haven't heard from him in a long time. It says, Dear Jack, I've been listening to your show and have a suggestion that may help you fill remaining 20 minutes. Why not announce your retirement and let the audience take it from there? What a silly suggestion.
Yeah, they'd applaud right through Amos and Andy.
Never mind. I'm going out and see how my writers are coming along. If they're stalling, believe me. fellas, I know it's a good title for a murder mystery, but where's the play?
Well, we got a lot of ideas, but we couldn't write them down.
Why not? I gave you a pencil.
Yeah, but there ain't no lead in it, say?
Oh, there ain't no lead in it. Give me that pencil. Look, fellas, you turn this little knob here, and out comes the lead. It's an automatic pencil.
Oh, yeah. Hey, look, Sam, you turn this knob and the lead comes out.
Hey, that's good. Let me turn it.
No, I want to turn it.
Come on, just one.
I've turned it already. Well, give me back the pencil. Here's a pen. You don't have to turn it or anything. Now, please write that mystery play, will you, fellas?
Okay.
Boy, if I ever get my hands on that picture, I'll fire them so fast they won't know what hit them. Well, Don, it'll be a few more minutes yet.
What'll we do?
I don't know what to talk about.
Well, you're such a great comedian. Why don't you ad-lib something?
Well, you're right, I will. You know, folks, a funny thing happened to me on the way to the studio. A panhandler came over to me and asked me for a quarter. He said he hadn't had a bite in 2 weeks.
So you bid him.
So I... Mary, I'm supposed to do the ad-libbing.
That's the oldest joke in the world.
All right, all right.
Say, Jack, as long as we're waiting for the script, how about the sportsmen doing a number?
The Sportsman Quartet, they have anything prepared?
I'll ask him. Say, fellas, would you like to do your arrangement for Jack?
Oh, swell.
They said no.
They did not! Now, go ahead, fellas. Now, hold it a second. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Benny. This is Rochester.
Rochester, I'm having a lot of trouble here. What is it?
Well, boss, I've been rearranging those antiques on the living room mantel, and I was wondering about that yellow vase.
Oh, keep that in the middle, Rochester. I'm very proud of that vase.
You are?
Yeah, there are only 2 vases like that in the entire world. And the only ones who have them are the King of Siam and me. Or is it the King and I?
It's the king and the junk man. I just busted yours.
Don't be silly, Roch. I'm having enough trouble without you aggravating me.
What's the matter?
Well, my writers are late with the script, and I'm standing here with nothing to do.
Too bad I'm not there.
Why, what could you do?
Sing, boss, sing.
You sing with that voice?
Don't knock it. Around Central Avenue, I'm known as that sentimental fellow with the mellow bellow. I even sang once with the Hall Johnson Choir.
What happened?
Johnson threw me out in the hall.
I thought so. Well, I'll talk to you later. So long, Rochester.
Goodbye.
Now, look. Look, fellas, what kind of writers are you anyway? Look at this page. That word is murderer, not moiterer.
Well, a gangster would say murderer.
Well, I'm not a gangster. I'm supposed to be a police captain in this. Read your own script. Now, fellas, it's time for our play, so I'll take what you've got and you bring the rest in as soon as you can. Now, give me those pages.
Please give me those pages.
All right, please give me those pages. Now, concentrate, will you, fellas? Fine thing. Drama on the installment plan.
Well, how's it look, Jack? We going to do a play tonight?
Yeah, but we'll have to do it without a rehearsal. Here are your parts, kids. Now, let's see. I'm going to be Captain O'Benny of Police Headquarters. And, Dennis, you'll be my assistant, Sergeant O'Day.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, welcome. Now, Mary, you're going to be the widow, Mrs. J. Malcolm Smith.
The widow?
Yes. Your husband has been killed, leaving you $3 million, an estate in Santa Barbara, and a yacht. And you're all broken up.
Why? Does the yacht leak?
No, you loved your husband. Now, let's see. Oh, Bob, you'll be the family chauffeur, and Don, you're going to be the bugler.
Bugler?
Oh, they must mean butler. Some writer. Boy, what writers I've got. You're the butler, Don. Well, so much for casting. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for our feature attraction this evening, we present an original mystery drama entitled The Murder of Malcolm Smith, or He Had an Appointment with the Dentist in the Afternoon, but he was drilled in the morning. Well, say, it's not such a bad title. think I'll get the boys a room tonight. Well, let's go, fellas. The opening scene is the office of Detective Captain O'Benny at police headquarters. Curtain. Music. Wait a minute, Bob, wait a minute. Is this the theme music for a murder mystery? Mighty Like a Rose?
Well, it's what your writers gave me.
Maybe that's the name of the murderer.
Who, Rose?
No, Mighty.
Be quiet. Well, okay, Bob, play what they gave you. Start it again, will you? Hey, Sergeant O'Day. Sergeant O'Day.
Yes, sir.
Did you answer the burglar alarm at the First National Bank?
Yes, sir.
Or were there any suspicious characters around?
No, the furniture movers told me they hadn't seen anybody.
Furniture movers?
Yeah, the two fellas with the safe.
Those were the burglars. What's the matter with you, anyway? I'll take it. Hello, police headquarters.
Hello, this is Mrs. J. Malcolm Smith talking.
Yes?
My husband, J. Malcolm Smith, wealthy stockbroker of New York, Palm Beach, and Miami, heir to the millions left by his father, has been killed.
That's shocking news, Mrs. Smith. Are you sure your husband is dead?
Definitely.
We'll be there in 5 minutes. Goodbye.
What's up, Chef? Chief?
That's the way they wrote it. J. Malcolm Stock, the Smith broker, has been murdered. They can't even type straight. Hand me my gun.
Shall I take the bayonet off?
Of course. I only use it to roast marshmallows. Also, take that accent off. Now, let's get going. This is an important case, Sergeant O'Day, and we're going to find the murderer of J. Malcolm Smith or
what?
Or nothing. We're all out of script. Hey, fellas, hurry up with the rest of this, will you? Play something, Bob. Fine writer. They couldn't even finish a sentence. Hold it, Bob.
Here's a few more pages, Jack.
Hey, now go back and get to work.
We got a union, you know. We're going out to eat.
Not until you finish the script.
Okay, Blue Eyes.
Even my writers noticed them. Now, let's see. Oh, yes. This is an important case, Sergeant O'Day, and we're going to find the murderer of J. Malcolm Smith, or my name ain't Captain O'Benny. I could have thought of that myself. Let's go. Wait till we get in the car. Stupid sound man. All right, get in, O'Day. I'll drive. Here we are, O'Day. Come on, open the door. This is the police. Open up or we'll break it down. Come on, O'Day, let's smash that door.
Good evening, gentlemen. Did you ring?
Where's Mrs. Smith?
In the library. Whom shall I announce?
The king and the junk man.
Oh, be quiet.
Here she is now.
Pardon me. Are you Mrs. J. Malcolm Smith?
Yes, Captain.
Tell me, what do you know about the murder of your husband?
Well, we were sitting here in the library listening to the radio when all of a sudden I turned around and there was my husband on the floor with 5 bullet holes in him.
You're lying. Here's a body, and he was only shot 1, 2, 3, 4 times.
Now count 'em.
But I want the truth. You killed your husband, and I know why. You murdered your husband because... Oh, fine, we're stuck again. All right, Bob. This is embarrassing. Hold it, Bob, hold it. All right, boys, some more pages.
Hey, Speedy.
Thanks. Let's see here. Oh, yes. Now listen, Mrs. Smith. You murdered your husband because there's another man in the case. Now tell me, who's your lover? Who is he?
Well, what's going on here?
Hello, darling.
Who are these men?
They're detectives, darling.
Aha, the other man. What's your name?
My card, sir.
Darling Crosby. What's your connection with this family?
I'm the chauffeur.
I see. How'd you get along with Mr. Smith?
Don't answer him, dear.
Dear, eh?
That's my middle name.
Are you taking everything down, Sergeant O'Day?
Yeah, honey.
That's my middle name. Now, where was I? Oh, yes, now you. You still haven't told me how you got along with Mr. Smith.
Well, frankly, sir, we didn't get along very well.
You didn't, eh?
He's been very suspicious of Mrs. Smith and me ever since she hired me for her chauffeur.
Well, what made him suspicious?
She didn't have a car.
I thought so. Now, one of you two is responsible for the murder of J. Malcolm Smith.
Yeah, but which one? You can't arrest both of us.
Don't get smart with me. I know who the murderer is. It's... Oh, for Pete's sake. Hey, fellas!
What do you want?
What do I want? I want the finish of the play. I want to know who the murderer is.
Oh, that's what we're arguing about.
Arguing?
Yeah, I say it's the dame.
And I say it's got to be the chauffeur.
But, fella...
Sam, how can you be so stupid? Look at the motives. The motives. The dame had all the motives.
Motive. So you learned a new word. I still say it's the chauffeur.
But if he didn't have any
You
motive...
keep out of there.
That settles it. I'm going home.
Who's there?
It's me, Rochester. Boy, what a day. Our writers didn't have a script for me. The show was crazy. All the orchestra could play was Mighty Like a Rose. And on top of all that, I tipped a telegraph boy a quarter, and he turned around and insulted me. I feel awful.
Boss, look in the mirror.
Huh?
Look in the mirror.
Well, I'll be darned. I've got the mumps. Good night, folks.
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, immediately after this radio program, Jack Benny will do his regular TV show over the CBS television network. But first, let's go back to last Thursday. It is late morning at Jack's home in Beverly Hills.
Hello? The telephone company? You want to install a phone here this afternoon? Are you sure you have the right address? Yes, this is 366 North Camden Drive, but there must be some mistake. Oh, the phone is for Rochester Van Jones. Well, let me find out about it, and I'll call you back. Goodbye. I wonder why... Oh, Rochester! Rochester!
Did you want me, boss?
Yes, the telephone company just called. What's this about you ordering a phone in your name?
Well, I figured it would be more convenient if we had two phones in the house.
But that's silly. My phone should be enough. I talk on it very little. You can use it whenever you want to.
I know, but I thought it might be a good idea to have another phone in case of emergencies.
But why? Suppose there is an emergency. You can use my phone.
Yeah, but suppose the house is burning down and I haven't got any change.
Gee, I never thought of that.
And besides, I'll be using the phone a lot from now on. It's the only way I'll be able to talk to my girlfriend, Susie.
Why? What's wrong?
Well, her father seems to have taken a dislike to me.
But I thought you always got along so well with her family. What happened?
The other night, Susan and I were sitting in the dark on the sofa watching television when her father came in and got awful mad.
Why should that make him mad?
They ain't got a television set.
Oh. Say, look what time it is. I'm going out the racetrack today, and Miss Livingston isn't here yet.
Boss, you got plenty of time. The first race doesn't go on until 1 o'clock.
I know, but I go to the races so seldom, I don't want to be late. Oh, that must be Miss Livingston. Coming!
Hello, Jack.
Mary, you're late.
Well, I'm sorry, Jack. I was leaving the house when I got a long-distance call from Mom and Papa.
Oh, a phone call from your mother and father, huh? What did the bad and the beautiful have to say?
Well, Mama said that Cousin Sylvia eloped last night.
Sylvia? Mary?
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, it seems like only last summer I picked her up and bounced her on my knee.
It was last summer. She's a midget.
Oh, so she got married, huh?
Yeah, she married a man 6'2".
No kidding. Little Sylvia?
Oh, but Jack, a terrible thing happened. Right after the ceremony, as they turned to go back up the aisle, she took one step and broke her leg.
How?
She forgot she was standing on a box.
Oh, that's awful. That must have been a sad wedding.
Her mother was crying. Her father was crying. And I
All right. I had to ask her how yet. Now, come on, Mary. Let's go to the races. I got a hot tip in the 6th race. A horse named Our Fancy.
Our Fancy?
Yeah, and I hope I win. I can sure use the money.
Why? You've never used any before.
Mary, stop that. Now, come on. Let's get going.
Wait a minute, Jack. Isn't Dennis going with us?
Well, certainly.
Well, what are we supposed to do? Pick him up?
No, he's here. Dennis, where are you?
I'm in the kitchen.
Well, come on. Mary's here, and we're ready to go.
Okay. Oh, hello, Mary.
Hello, Dennis.
Say, Mr. Benny, would you mind having rehearsal at my house tomorrow?
Why should we rehearse at your house?
Well, my uncle is visiting us, and he thinks that I'm the star of the show.
Oh, he does, huh? Well, let me tell you something.
Oh, Mr. Benny, what's the difference where you have rehearsal? Let me impress my uncle, huh?
Yes, Jack, what difference does it make?
Well, all right, Dennis. We'll have rehearsal at your house tomorrow at 11 o'clock.
Okay, and be there on time, kid.
What?
My uncle doesn't think I need you at all.
Oh, my goodness. Here I am, all set to go to the races, and I haven't got any money. Excuse me, Mary. I've got to go down to my balls. I'll be right back. Now to cross the bridge over the moat. Gosh, look at that alligator. So strong and powerful. He's been very valuable to me, too. 3 wallets and a belt, and he's still as healthy as ever. Hope he forgets by next Christmas. He's getting wise to me when I come in here with a piece of meat in one hand and a can of ether in the other. Down, boy. See you later.
Halt. Who goes there, friend or foe?
A friend.
What's the password?
It's toasted.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Benny.
Yes, Ed.
How are things on the outside world?
Oh, fine, fine. How have you been, Ed?
Oh, pretty good. Say, Mr. Benny, I hate to complain, but it's awfully cold down here.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ed. The next time I come down, I'll bring a stove.
Well, if it's all the same to you, I'd rather have clothes.
Oh, well, I'll send some down. I got to open the safe and get some money.
Shall I lie down so you can give me the ether again?
No, Ed, you can watch this time. Well, let me see. The combination is right to 45, left to 60, back to 15, then left to 110. There. There we are. Now, let's see how much money I need. There, this ought to be enough. Gosh, look at that big pile of money way in the back of the safe. Boy, if the South had won, I'd be a millionaire. Well, I better close the safe. Well, I got to be going along now. So long, Ed.
Goodbye, Mr. Benny.
Okay, kids, I'm ready. Let's go.
Well, Mr. Benny, don't you want to hear the song I'm going to do on the program?
You listen to it, Mary, while I get the car out of the garage.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fifth race was a photo finish. We'll have the results in a moment.
Jack, when are you going to make your bet? You let 5 races go by already.
I know. I'm only interested in the 6th race. Our fancy can't miss. Say, Mary, let's go get a... Oh, no. Look who's coming. That racetrack cow.
Where?
Hiya, Bud. Long time. No see.
Hello. Come on, Mary. Let's get away. Mary, let's go get a hot dog. Huh?
But, Jack, we're in the clubhouse. Why not have lunch?
Well, all right. Oh, waiter! Waiter! We'd like to get something to eat. What would you suggest?
Another waiter. I can't stand you.
I don't care whether you can or not. Now, what can we get in a hurry?
Well, we have roast pork, corned beef, leg of lamb, sirloin tips, and bacon and eggs.
Bacon and eggs. That sound good. Are the eggs fresh?
Are they?
Oh, well, I'll have that. How about you, Mary? Would you like bacon and eggs?
Ooh, would I?
Maybe. Just bring us our orders, waiter, as quickly as you can.
Yes, sir, and I'll seat you at table number 1. That's right over there.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, the last race was a photo finish, but you won't know the results till tomorrow.
See, that's strange.
The picture turned out so good that we've decided to show it at your neighborhood theater.
Now, Mary, let's look over the list of entries for the next race. I want to see if the...
Bud.
Huh?
Come here a minute.
Me?
Yeah.
What is it?
You gonna eat here?
Yeah.
What table?
Table 1. What?
Take number 9.
Well, look, I'm very happy with table 1.
Well, think it over, Bud. Number 1 is a card table.
A card table?
Yeah. If it carries too much weight, its legs will fold.
Gee, I never thought of that. So you think I ought to take table number 9?
Well, certainly. Look at the breeding.
The breeding?
It's by Bird's Eye Maple out of Grand Rapids.
Gosh, I didn't think they even knew each other.
Get wise, Bud. Think it over.
Look, I'm not... Wait a minute. This is the first time I've run into you at a racetrack. Why don't you give me a tip on a horse?
Who knows about horses?
What?
So long, sucker.
Mary, have you figured out yet what horse...
Your bacon and eggs are ready. I put them on table number 1.
Number 1? Do you think I'm a sucker? We'll eat at table number 9.
Table 9? The shiny mahogany one?
Yes.
I'm sorry, but you can't eat at that table.
Why not?
It was scratched.
Now, I don't know why you had to be our waiter. You make me sick.
Well, you're not penicillin to me either.
Come on, Mary. We'll eat at the counter.
Attention, please. We have a late change. Horse number 7, Little Lady, will not run in the next race. As she left the paddock, she broke a leg.
I wonder how that happened.
She forgot she was standing on a box.
How do you like that?
The jockey was crying. Macarena was crying. And I was crying.
Come on, Mary. We'll eat at the counter.
The horses for the 6th race are now in the paddock.
Jack, are you still going to bet on our fancy?
Well, of course. That horse will not only win the race today, he'll probably set a new track record.
How much you going to bet?
I don't know. I wonder how much weight our fancy is carrying. I wonder who the jockey is.
Jack, if you'd buy a 15-cent program, you'd know.
Well, I don't have to buy a program. I'll go over to the information desk and find out. You wait here, Mary.
Okay.
Pardon me, mister, but how much weight is our fancy carrying?
I don't know.
Well, what's the name of the jockey?
I don't know.
Well, how long's the race going to be?
I don't know.
Well, for heaven's sake, if you don't know anything about the races, what are you doing behind that desk?
I had to get behind something. I lost my pants.
Well, of all the silly...
Jack!
What is it, Mary?
Did you get the information you wanted?
No, darn it. I came to the track to bet on our fancy, and that's what I'm going to do. And, Dennis...
Yeah?
This is your first time at the races, so take a tip from me. Put your money on our fancy.
Our fancy? Let me see. That's number 8.
That's right.
Oh, that's not for me. I already bet on number 12.
Number 12? What's the horse's name?
Who cares about his name? It's the number that's important. That's my system.
Dennis, you've got a system?
Yeah, sure.
Well, Dennis, according to your system, how come you bet on number 12?
Well, the horse is carrying 116 pounds. He's running in the 6th race, so I added 6 to 116, which gave me 122. I added 18 to 122, which makes 140. This is the 4th week of the month, so I divided 4 into 140, and that makes 35.
Uh-huh.
Then I subtracted my age, which is 26, and 26 from 35 leaves 9.
Uh-huh.
And then I added 3 and bet on number 12.
Wait a minute, Dennis. I followed you all the way down to 9. Why did you add 3?
Well, how else can you get to 12?
Yeah, how else? Now, come on, let's go over to the $5 window. And... Hey, Mary, look down there.
Where?
Down that aisle. Isn't that Mr. Paley?
Oh, yeah.
Well, come on, let's go over and talk to him.
Jack, he came to the track to enjoy himself. Now leave him alone.
But, Mary, I'm a big star on CBS, and he's the head of the network. If he knew I was here and didn't stop to say hello, he'd be heartbroken. Come on. Mr. Paley! Mr. Paley!
Huh? Oh, hello, Jack. Hello, Mary.
Hello, Mr. Paley.
Say, Mr. Paley, what horse are you betting on in this?
And now, coming out on the track are the horses for the sixth race.
Mr. Paley, have you picked your horse yet for the next race?
Yes, Jack. I'm betting on Aviatrix.
Well, look, Mr. Paley, forget about Aviatrix. Put your money on our Fancy. He'll win by 8 lengths.
Well, Jack, my mind is made up. I'm going to play Aviatrix.
But look, Mr. Paley, it's silly to come out here and just bet on any horse, especially after driving 6 hours to get to the track.
In my car, it's 40 minutes.
Well, look, Mr. Paley, I've been studying these horses all season, and I know what I'm talking about. Our Fancy can't lose.
I'm sorry, Jack, but I'm going to bet on Aviatrix.
Well, okay, Mr. Paley, it's your dough, but don't say I didn't tell you.
The horses are nearing the starting gate.
Well, I'm going up the window and make my bet. $5 on the nose.
Say, Mary,
Yes, Mr. Paley?
I've been thinking if Jack is going to bet $5 on a horse, he must know something.
That's what I think.
Yeah. I'm going to change my bet. I'm going to put $100 on our Fancy.
Well, Mr. Paley, would you do me a favor? Put $2 on our Fancy for me.
Okay, Mary.
The horses are in the starting gate.
Gee, I'm glad I got to the window in time.
Now they're all lined up in the gate. They'll start as soon as they can quiet Silverado. He's dancing around a bit. So is Blue Reading.
Gee, both of them dancing?
It takes two to tango.
What?
And there they go.
Oh, Mr. Paley, come on. The race is starting.
Here I am, Mary.
Going into the first turn, it's Wild Glory in front, a Coloradito is second, a Silverado is third, Aviatrix is fourth, and our Fancy.
Come on, our Fancy.
I wonder what happened to Jack.
Coming around the far turn, it's still Wild Glory in front, Coloradito is second, Silverado is third, our Fancy is now fourth by half a length, and Surflight.
Come on, our Fancy, our Fancy.
I placed my bet, and here I am.
Driving down the home stretch, it's Silverado in front, Wild Glory is second, our Fancy is third, and here come Contribution and Aviatrix.
Come on, our Fancy.
And now coming into the finish line, it's Silverado, Contribution, and Wild Glory, and coming up fast on the outside is Aviatrix. It's Silverado and Aviatrix. It's Silverado and Aviatrix. Now Aviatrix is pounding hard. They cross the finish line, and it's Aviatrix, the winner by half a length.
Mr. Paley, we won. We won.
What do you mean, we won?
I bet on your horse, Aviatrix.
You what? Jack, do you mean to tell me that when you left here, you didn't bet on our Fancy?
No, you talked me out of it. Mr. Paley, what are you so unhappy about?
Jack Benny, I bet on the horse you gave me.
You did? Mr. Paley, how could you be so silly? Ooh.
Mary, you shouldn't have done that. He's wearing glasses.
Well, that serves him right. Mr. Paley, will you please drive me home?
Ladies and gentlemen, I was going to tell you about my television show, but we're a little late, so tune in and watch it. Good night, folks.
The Jack Benny Show tonight was written by Milt Josephsberg, John Tackerberry, Hal Goldman, Al Gordon, and produced and transcribed by Hilliard Marks.
Filter smokers. True tobacco taste, real filtration, famous Tareyton quality. They're all yours when you smoke Filter Tip Tareyton. Filter Tip Tareyton gives you all the full, rich taste of Tareyton's quality tobacco and real filtration, too. Because Filter Tip Tareyton incorporates activated charcoal, renowned for its unusual powers of selective filtration. Look for the red, white, and blue stripes on the package. They identify Filter Tip Tareyton, the best in filtered smoking.
The Jack Benny program is brought to you by the American Tobacco Company, America's leading manufacturer of cigarettes. Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the jobs that all men postpone as long as possible is cleaning out the accumulation of junk that gathers in the garage. Well, Jack Benny has put it off as long as possible, and as we look in on him, he and Rochester are busy with this chore.
Well, now we're beginning to get somewhere, Rochester. Give all those cans and bottles to the junk man. Give the magazines and papers to the paper drive.
Yes, sir. Now, what do you want to do with this bicycle? You haven't used it in many years.
Well, let's keep it. I'll use it again if I can ever get tires for it. Of course, they're so hard to get, you know.
I know the small one is easy, but that great big front one is murder.
I've had it that long? Well, the garage is beginning to look a little better now. What's that?
It's the mailman. We're back here in the garage.
Okay, I'll bring it there.
Gee, I feel sorry for mailmen. They have to walk so much, you know.
Well, hello, Mr. Benny.
Hello. Here, sit down and rest a while.
Oh, gee, thanks. Oh, my feet are killing me.
Yeah, I was looking at them. And yet those shoes you're wearing seem to be soft and comfortable.
I'm not wearing shoes. These are Dr. Scholl's foot pads. Here's your mail, Mr. Benny. Just some circulars and this copy of Esquire.
Well, just put them there on that box, eh?
Aren't you going to look through your copy of Esquire?
Oh, later.
No wonder you get last when you say you're 39.
Yeah.
Well, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Come on, Mr. Benny, let's finish cleaning up the garage.
Okay, I'll finish up here.
Yes, sir.
Gee, we got the garage looking pretty good now. Let's see. I better put these garden tools out of the way. I won't be needing them for a while. Oh, for heaven's sake, look at this rifle. I almost forgot about it. I remember I bought it a couple of years ago to go hunting with the musicians. Then at the last minute, I couldn't go. The boy said I missed a real good time. That was a funny thing they told me about Sammy, the drummer. They said that in spite of the fact that he's a great, big, rough, tough guy, he cried like a baby when they shot a duck. Wait a minute. Did they say they shot a duck or he forgot to duck? I'm going to go next time. It sounds like so much fun shooting Sammy.
Hello, Mr. Benny. I came over to tell you that...
hello, Dennis.
Hello. I came over to tell you that
How do you feel, kid?
Oh, fine. I came over to tell you that
How'd you know I was in the garage?
Rochester told me.
Oh. Well, what do you want, Dennis?
Well, I came over to tell you that I'm running away from home.
Oh, for heaven's sakes. Another one of these silly things.
Not this time. I'm really running away for good.
For good?
Yeah, and I'm never coming back home again.
No kidding, Dennis. Did you tell your mother?
She told me.
All right, Dennis, tell me, what was the argument about this time?
Well, it wasn't my fault. We were arguing over what to watch on television.
On television?
Uh-huh. I wanted to watch a movie, and my mother wanted to watch the greatest fights of the century.
Oh.
What a ham. Always hoping they'll show the time she stopped Galento.
Look, Dennis, this is a very interesting discussion. I'd like to continue it and broaden my mind, but I've got work to do.
Oh, what are you doing?
I'm cleaning out the garage.
Well, what are you going to do with that big pile of junk in the middle?
That's my car. Now get out of my way.
Oh, but Mr. Benny...
Look, Dennis, if you want to hang around, don't bother me. Let me hear you sing the song you're going to do on the show.
Okay.
Dennis, that song sounded awfully good.
Yeah, Mr. Day, it was really beautiful.
You know, Dennis, the years roll on, and I keep telling you what a wonderful singer you are, and sometimes it seems I can't tell you enough. Most singers' voices remain the same, but yours is like old wine that seems to improve with age. You know, really, your voice seems to be more vibrant, more mellow, more...
Get it over with. I got to find a place to sleep tonight.
Hey, wait a minute, Dennis.
Yeah?
I have an empty guest room. You can stay till things quiet down at home.
Gee, Mr. Benny, that's the nicest thing that anyone ever did for me, and I hope you don't think I'm ungrateful, but I couldn't move in here. I don't like the people in the neighborhood.
You mean the Colemans?
No, you.
Rochester, we'll put the magazines on top of the newspaper there.
Are you going to ignore him, boss?
Yes, if you do, sometimes he goes away. Now I want to clean all the top shelves off and...
Well, say, Mr. Benny, while you and Rochester are working, do you mind if I fool around with this hunting rifle?
No, go right ahead. It's loaded. Now, Rochester, after we clean the shelves...
Oh, that's the phone, boss. Want me to go in the house and answer it?
No, I want to go in and get a glass of water anyway. Excuse me, I'll see you later. So long. Hello? Oh, hello, Claudette. Nice of you to call. Dinner? Saturday night? Oh, sure. Goodbye. Oh, Rochester, we have to have Miss Colbert's tablecloths ready by Saturday night. I'll take them over first. Then maybe... Oh, the front door.
Hello, Jack.
Oh, hello, Don. Come on in. You know, Don, when the doorbell rang, I knew it was you standing on the front porch.
How did you know?
Because I didn't have to walk to the door. I slid. It was downhill. It was that simple.
Ha, ha, ha. Some joke. Very funny.
Huh?
Big comedian, always making cracks at my expense.
Don, I don't know why you should always be so sensitive about it. After all, you are fat.
I'll tell you why I resent it. It's not my fault I'm so heavy. It's my glands.
Your glands?
Yeah, they weigh 200 pounds.
Haven't you got a small gland, like 75 pounds?
Look, it's about time you stop kidding me about being fat. Everybody who knows you says you're becoming somewhat chubby yourself.
Me? That's ridiculous. For the past dozen years, my weight has always been 160 pounds.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'll bet you weigh a lot more than 160 pounds right now.
Don, I'll prove to you that you're wrong. Now, follow me. I have some scales in the bathroom. We'll see just how much I do weigh. Here we are. Now, here's the scale. I'll get on. All right, I'm on it, Don.
Yeah, and look what it says. 169 pounds.
Say, it does say that. Can't understand how I gained so much. Oh, I know what the extra 9 pounds is. No, I left my wallet in my other pants. Yeah, I am gaining weight. Don, you get on. I want to see how much you weigh.
Well, all right. Gee, I never saw that before. A card coming out of a bathroom scale.
It's not a card, that's a spring. See, imagine me being so much overweight. I'm going to go right on a diet and eat nothing but rye crisp and lettuce.
Oh, Jack, that's fine. But I'll tell you something. I just started.
What?
Well, last week I joined the Beverly Wilshire Health Club, and I exercise in the gym over there. I take steam baths and massages and everything.
Hey, that sounds great.
Yeah, it is. In fact, I'm on my way there now. How about you joining me?
Don, you got a deal. Let's go. Don, where's your car?
You want to lose weight, you got to walk a lot.
You're right. I'll tell Rochester I'm leaving. Oh, Rochester!
Yes, boss?
I'm going over to the Beverly Wilshire Health Club.
Shall I get your car out?
No, I'm going to walk.
Coward!
Now stop with those cracks about my car. Come on, Don, let's go.
gee, it's a nice day.
Yeah. I love walking here in Beverly Hills.
Jack, the first thing we'll do when we get to the club is take a steam bath, huh?
Oh, yeah, that's what we'll have. How long have we been in the steam room now, Don?
No, about a half hour.
He will have to get out soon. I can't take too much of this heat, you know.
It's awfully hot in here.
I'll say. Boy, I haven't sweated like this since they closed the banks in 1933. Now, let's get out of here.
Okay. Here, Jack, put on these trunks.
Gee, this club provides everything.
Yeah, it really does. Now let's put on these terry cloth bathrobes and go into the gym and meet the instructor.
I'm right with you.
Oh, here's the instructor now.
Oh, hello, Mr. Wilson.
Oh, hello, K.O. Jack, this is K.O. Stevens. K.O., this is Jack Benny.
Hey, Jack Benny from radio and television?
Yeah, pleased to meet you, K.O.
The feeling is mutual.
You know, Jack, K.O. used to be a prize fighter.
Yeah, that's right, Mr. Benny. I had my first fight in 1940.
Really?
Yeah. I spent 12 years in the ring.
12 years, huh?
Yep, but I finally came to, got up, and went home.
Oh.
Okay, gentlemen, take off your bathrobes.
All right.
Now, before we start, Mr. Benny, I want to see your physique so I can know what exercises to give you. Turn around a couple times.
All right. Well, how do I look?
No wonder you get laughs when you say you're 39.
What?
Well, I think I'll start you and Mr. Wilson off with a regular bending exercises. You ready?
I'm ready, K.O.
Me too.
Yeah, okay, now as I count, bend down and touch the floor.
Okay.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Bend down and touch the floor. 1, 2, 3. Mr. Wilson. Mr. Wilson, you ain't doing it right.
What's wrong?
Well, you're supposed to touch the floor with your fingers, not your stomach.
Yes, Don, you're not getting any benefit out of this.
Hey, look, I think that'll be all for today.
That's all?
Yeah, there's no sense in overdoing it the first time.
Say, K.O., I don't want to get personal, but I'd like to ask you why boxers always do that.
Do what?
That. Whenever boxers talk, they go all the time.
Well, I don't know why the rest of them do it, but I got a cold.
Oh, well, I'm glad you explained it.
Yeah. Well, I'll go back in the steam room for about 10 minutes before going home.
Oh, okay, come on, Don. Let's see. This is the steam room here. Gee, the steam is much thicker than when we left. I can't see a thing.
Yeah, same here. Doesn't seem as hot, though.
Yeah. Let's see if we can find a place to sit down.
I can't see.
Neither can I, but follow me. Maybe we can find... Whoops! Sorry I bumped into you.
That's all right. I can't see a thing either.
Don, what's a woman doing in the steam room?
This is no steam room. This is Santa Monica Boulevard.
Well, I'll be darned. The smog is awful. Come on, Don. Let's get back in. We're a little late, so good night, folks.
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Tom. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight Jack Benny does another of his TV programs over the CBS television network. But meanwhile, let's go out to Jack's home in Beverly Hills, where, as you know, he lives alone with his butler, Rochester. It's 9:30 in the morning, and as usual, one is in bed while the other is in the kitchen preparing breakfast.
Now, let's see. Where are the eggs? Gee, it's so hard to find anything in this refrigerator. Maybe I ought to trade it in. I hear the newer models have a light in them. Oh, here's an egg on the bottom shelf. Pretend you're happy when you're blue. Should I have one egg or take two? One egg's enough. I just said two so it would rhyme. I think I'll scramble it. Let's see now. First, I'll break it into this bowl. Gosh, I'm weak in the morning. Maybe I better have my orange juice first. Yeah, I'll make some orange juice. Da-dee-da-dum-dum-dee-da-doom. Gee, that orange juice sure looks good. Now to get the seeds out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'll go outside and... Nah, it would take them years to grow. Pretend you're happy when you're blue. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Now, who can that be? Hello?
Hello, this is Roos's Jewelry Store in Beverly Hills.
Yes?
The diamond necklace with the emerald pendant you ordered is ready, and we can deliver it today. Please have your check for $12,000 ready.
Look, this is Jack Benny. You must have the wrong number.
Must have? I haven't been this wrong since I invited my mother-in-law to live with us.
What reason would I have to buy a diamond necklace? Looks silly on me. Now to have my orange... Say, that's funny. The glass is empty. Somebody drank my orange juice. There's nobody in the house but Rochester. That's it, Rochester. Wait till I... Rochester, did you drink my orange juice? Rochester, you're not fooling me. Get up. Rochester.
I know I'm cute, honey, but control yourself.
Maybe he is asleep. I'll tickle him and wake him up. Rochester.
Oh, it's you boys. What a disappointment.
Now, Now, Rochester, I made a glass of orange juice. I went in the next room to answer the phone, and when I came back, the orange juice was gone.
Maybe the mice drank it.
Mice don't drink orange juice.
In California?
All right, I know you drank it, but we'll talk about it later. Now, get out of bed. I want you to drive me down to the doctor's office. I got to go for a physical.
What's the matter, boss? You feel bad?
No, it's just that my sponsor's taking out an insurance policy on me, and I have to be examined.
How much is the policy for?
$1 million. But if I'm killed accidentally, the sponsor collects $2 million.
$2 million?
Yes.
Boss, you better watch your step. I hear your sponsor's hobby is rifle shooting.
Oh, I'm not worried about that. He does his target practice on a range way out at Sunset in Westwood. I don't even pass there on my way home.
I know, but for $2 million, they can make a bullet that waits for you at Pico and Sepulveda.
What are you talking about? My sponsor just trying to protect his investment, that's all. Now hurry downstairs. Imagine him denying that he drank that orange juice. We got a good notion to make him stay in bed all day. No, he'd like that. I better squeeze another orange. Dee-dee-da-dum, bum-dee-da-dum. Da-da-da-dum, dum-dee-da-dum. Well, that does it.
Oh, Jack. Jack, are you up yet?
Huh? Oh, hello, Mary. Come on in. I'm in the kitchen. What are you doing here so early?
Early? I was here a few minutes ago. I came into the house, walked in the kitchen. Nobody was there, so I drank a glass of orange juice and left.
Mary, you drank my...
All right, here's a dime.
Here's a dime. Don't be so sarcastic. I made a terrible mistake. I accused Rochester of drinking my orange juice.
Well, that's you, Jack. Always jump to conclusions.
Always what?
Always jumping to conclusions.
I do not.
What about that morning you got out of bed and accused Rochester of taking your new suit?
Well?
Then you took off your nightgown, and there it was.
Well, that wasn't my fault. When I come home tired, he's supposed to undress me.
Well, anyway, I drank your orange juice, and you ought to apologize to Rochester.
Oh, Mary, I don't have to apologize. He knows I'm sorry.
He does not, and you've got to tell him.
Oh, Mary, I can't.
You can, too. Now, be a man.
Oh, hello, Miss Livingston.
Hello, Rochester. Mr. Benny has something to say to you.
Oh.
Jack, go ahead.
Well.
Jack.
Oh, all right. Rochester.
Turn around and face him.
Oh.
Go on.
Well. Rochester.
Yes, boss?
I'm sorry I said you drank my orange juice.
Jack, come back here!
I will not.
Oh, what a baby.
Well, I better get the car out. I got to take Mr. Benny to the doctor.
The doctor? What for?
The sponsor took out an insurance policy, and Mr. Benny has to be examined.
Rochester.
Oh, you're back.
Yes. Rochester, get the car now, and we'll go. I thought Rochester was only guessing. Well, I'm going to have my orange juice and then go. Come on, Rochester, let's...
Well, look who's here.
Hello, everybody. I came in through the kitchen.
Oh, hello, Dennis.
Hello, Mr. Benny, and thanks for the orange juice.
Oh, for heaven's sake. What do you think this is, a cafeteria?
Yes.
Look at kid, it's not just the orange juice, it's the principle. I'm trying to conserve food.
Oh, my mother conserves food every night.
Well, she deserves a lot of credit. How does she do it?
When it's time for dinner, she locks me in a closet.
Dennis.
But last night I got even with her. I ate the doorknob.
What?
Now every little thing turns my stomach.
Look, kid, I haven't had my breakfast yet. Leave me alone. What brings you over here, anyway?
Well, I got a brand new arrangement for my song, and I thought maybe you wanted to hear it.
Well, do I have to hear it now? I mean, so early?
Oh, it isn't early, Mr. Benny. I'm up and dressed and out of the house at 5 o'clock every morning.
5 o'clock? What for?
The buses aren't crowded.
Dennis, where do you have to go at 5 o'clock in the morning?
No place, but I get a seat.
Here, kid, have a doorknob.
Jack, not in the head.
Look, Dennis, you sing your song for Mary, and she'll tell me how it is. I've got to have breakfast and rush away to the doctor.
Oh, I don't blame you. You look awful.
What?
Sing, kid.
You said it. I'll see you kids later. Goodbye. Rochester, we're awfully late. Can't you go a little faster?
Okay.
You know, right after I take my physical, we'll go down to the... Rochester! Rochester, they got me! They got me!
Get back in the seat, boss. That was a tire.
I should have known. We're only at Pico and Roxbury. Rochester, you change the tire, and I can walk to the doctor's office from here. You know? Let me see. His office should be around here. Oh, there it is. Doctors Penchel and Gordon.
Yes, sir.
How do you do? I'm Jack Benny.
Oh, yes. You have an appointment for a physical examination.
That's right.
Well, I'll have to fill out this card first. Name, Jack Benny.
That's right.
Your address?
366 North Camden Drive.
Your complexion?
Ruddy.
Color of your eyes?
Lazy Lagoon blue.
Your height?
5'10".
Your weight?
157.
Now, I'll just slip this band around your arm. There.
Hey, this is awfully tight. What is it?
A lie detector. The next question is your age.
Now, wait a minute. I don't need a lie detector to tell you my age. I'm 39. Look, a lie detector can be wrong, too, you know.
Well, Mr. Benny, if you'll just sit over there and wait, the doctors will see you in a minute.
Well, thank you. How do you like that, using a lie detector when she asked my age? None of the other nurses ever did that. They ask me my age, I tell them I'm 39, they put down whatever they think. I've got a good mind to absolutely...
Well, so long, Doctor, and thanks a lot.
Bob!
Oh, hello, Jack.
Bob Crosby, what are you doing here?
Well, they took this X-ray of me, and I just picked it up.
Oh. Say, what's the writing down in the corner of the X-ray? The name of the doctor?
Oh, no. No, it says to Brother Bing with love. I'm giving it to him for his birthday.
Bob, why in the world would you give Bing an X-ray for a present?
Well, he's got everything else.
Well, that's logical. May I take a look at it, Bob?
Well, sure. Go ahead, Jack.
Let me see. Bob, nothing shows in this X-ray. Why is it so blurry?
Oh, well, you have to use Polaroid glasses. It's three-dimensional.
No kidding.
Jack, what are you doing here?
Oh, it's nothing. I just came for an insurance examination. See, the sponsor's taking out $1 million policy on me.
$1 million?
Uh-huh.
Well, who's going to pay the $5 for the medical exam? You or the sponsor?
The Blue Cross. I found a loophole. So long, Bob.
So long.
Oh, Mr. Benny, the doctor will see you now.
Thank you. Oh, Doctor. Doctor. Well, Doctor, here I am.
Oh.
Hello, Bolton's Mortuary.
What?
I'm having lunch with Ralph Bolton.
Oh.
We're quite friendly. I throw him a lot of business.
I see.
Hello, Ralph. At 1:30 at the Brown Derby? Fine. Goodbye, Ralph. I like going out with him. He drives such a big car. And now, Mr. Benny, I'll get my associate in here, and we'll give you your examination. Oh, Dr. Gordon.
Yes, Dr. Fanchel?
Will you help me with this examination? This is Mr. Benny.
Oh, pleased to meet you, Dr. Gordon.
Thank you. Now, Mr. Benny, will you please strip?
You mean undress?
Yeah.
All right. Doctor, I don't need the music.
I'm sorry. Our last patient was Tassel's Latour.
Oh.
Now get behind that screen and take off your clothes.
Yes, sir.
When you're ready, Dr. Fanchel and I will be in the next room.
Oh, Doctor, I've been concerned about that call you made this morning. Any information yet?
Yeah, I got a report from Dr. Stanley, and it's all over.
What was the result?
She ran fifth, and we lose $4. I wonder what's taking Mr. Benny so long. Mr. Benny, you got all your clothes off?
Yes.
Well, then come out from behind that screen.
Well, gee, don't I get balloons or anything?
Here, just slip on this gown.
Yes, sir. There, I'm ready.
Very well. Now, Mr. Benny, will you please step behind this fluoroscope?
Yes, sir.
Contact. Well! There seems to be a round metallic object near your kidney.
Oh, that's a quarter I swallowed years ago.
Shall we, Dr. Gordon?
Why not? Mr. Benny, will you please hiccup?
Hiccup?
Yeah.
It's tails, Dr. Gordon. You lose.
What is this, anyway?
Now, hold still, Mr. Benny. We want to examine your stomach through the fluoroscope.
Yes, sir.
The spleen seems to be okay, and the pancreas is in the right position.
Yeah, but look at the liver.
The liver?
Yeah, what's that on top of it?
Well, I'll be darned. Onion!
69 cents at Rexall.
Now, Mr. Benny, drink this glass of barium.
You mean all that white stuff?
Yes. It's a harmless chemical, and when you drink it, we can follow its course through the fluoroscope.
Oh, all right. It tastes awful.
You drink it all.
There.
Oh, look, Dr. Fanchel. The barium has reached the esophageal entrance. There it goes over the cricoid cartilage behind the tracheal bifurcation and through the arch of the aorta. Now it's passing the esophageal hiatus of the diaphragm.
If it passes Pico and Sepulveda, it's dead.
Now it's coming around the esophageal gastric junction.
What?
It's passing the kidney on the outside, headed into the home stretch. It's barium sulfate by 2 lengths.
Come on, native dancer!
It's barium by a nose. Native dancer is second, and here comes Tassel's Latour.
Doctor, what is this? What's going on here?
Well, that's all. The examination is over. You can go now.
Well, thank you.
Oh, Mr. Benny.
Yes?
You better put your clothes on.
Oh, yes. I forgot. I'll put my clothes on. A pretty girl is like a melody. Da-dee-da-da-da-da. Ladies and gentlemen, I was going to tell you about my television show, but we're a little late, so tune in and watch it. Good night, folks.
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, the Sportsman Quartet, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, Jack Benny's birthday is February 14th, and whenever one of Jack's birthdays rolls around, it's quite an event. Last year, it was more than memorable because everybody was making preparations, and, well, let's go back to last year and look in on some of it.
Pauline, have you straightened out the living room?
Yes, Miss Livingston. Oh, won't Mr. Benny be surprised when he finds out you're giving him a birthday party?
He sure will. Tell me, Pauline, how does my new dress look?
Oh, it's lovely, ma'am. Only if I had nice legs like yours, I wouldn't hide them with such a long skirt. Men like pretty legs, you know.
Yeah. And to think that for 4 years I hid mine behind a counter at the May Company. But I'm not trying to be glamorous tonight. You know, Bob and Don are married, and Dennis is too young for me, and Mr. Benny's too old for me.
Well, I'm surprised to hear you say that anyone is too young or too old for you.
Why?
Anything between the Boy Scouts and the Townsend Club is okay with me.
Why, Pauline, I didn't know you liked men so much.
Oh, I do, ma'am. Why, I like them so much that I... Well, you'd think me silly if I told you what my favorite dream has been for years.
No, I won't. Tell me, what is your favorite dream?
That I'm a Dixie cup in the New York Giants locker room.
Well, come on, Pauline. There's work to do.
Yes, ma'am. Say, would you please tell me one thing, Miss Livingston? Don't you ever go out with Mr. Benny, just the two of you alone?
Occasionally. I remember one very warm night last summer when Jack drove me up to the top of Mulholland Drive.
Gee, how'd you make out?
Fine. I sold more good humors than he did. Now, Pauline, you set the table, and I'll get all...
Miss Livingston's residence. Just one moment, please. Miss Livingston, it's the baker. He wishes to talk to you.
Oh, good. Hello? Yes, I want the cake delivered as early as possible. How many candles? 39. That's right, 39 candles, and arrange them in the shape of a question mark. Bye.
Say, Miss Livingston, how old is Mr. Benny really?
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't tell you. You see, Mr. Benny and I have an agreement that saves us both a lot of embarrassment.
An agreement?
Yes. I never tell anyone his age, and he never tells anyone my salary.
But, Miss Livingston, if Mr. Benny pays you so little, how can you afford this nice apartment and all your nice clothes and everything?
My mother writes for Jackie Gleason. Well, I better go over the invitation list and start calling.
Oh, Miss Livingston, what are you going to do about music?
Well, I've been trying to reach Charlie Bagby, the piano player, so he'd bring the boys and the band over. I've tried to get Charlie 3 times. Wonder where he is.
4 ball in the side pocket. Watch it now.
Yeah, okay, Charlie. Hey, Charlie, how's about coming over to my place for a poker game tonight, huh?
Gee, I'd love to, Mel, but I can't. 10 ball in the corner.
Well, why can't you come, Charlie?
Well, it's Jack Benny's birthday today, and me and the rest of the boys in the band are throwing him a surprise party. 7 ball in the side.
Hey, how old is Benny, anyway?
Oh, I can't tell you that.
Oh, but do you know how old he really is?
Yeah, but I can't tell you. 62 ball in the corner.
What?
I mean combination shot off the 6 and 2 ball.
Oh. Hey, where are you musicians going to have the party?
Over at my house. I had a swimming pool put in last month, and I just filled it. Everybody will have fun.
Hey, ain't it pretty cold weather for swimming?
Yeah, but once you dive in, you won't notice it.
Oh, is the pool heated?
No, it's filled with old crow.
Ah.
13 ball, cross corner. Well, that finishes the game. I beat you 25-4.
Yeah.
Charlie, you're lucky having a steady job with Benny all these years and shooting pool like a champ.
Yep. You owe me $2.
Oh, okay. Here you are. But don't you feel ashamed of yourself taking money from a guy who's on unemployment relief?
No, you make more than I do.
Oh.
Well, I better start calling some people and inviting them to the party me and the musicians are giving. I think I'll call Dennis Day first.
Well, gee, Mother, why do you want to leave the house just because I'm giving a surprise party for Mr. Benny?
I think you're wasting your money on that mean old man.
Oh, now, Mother, that isn't fair. Mr. Benny has been like a father to me. Why, only last week he gave me advice on how to be popular with the girls.
Oh, he did, huh?
Yeah. He took me aside and said, Dennis, my boy, you're missing a lot. You ought to get a girl and on some moonlight night drive her over to Lover's Lane, put your arms around her, pull her up close to you, put your face close to hers, and...
Yes? Then what did Mr. Benny tell you?
When he got to that part, he fainted.
Well, look, Dennis, let me give you some advice on that.
Yes, Mother?
Son, as you go through life, you'll meet many girls.
Yeah.
And someday you'll meet the one girl you'll want to spend the rest of your life with. And it will probably be when you least expect it.
Gee. Say, Mom, how did you first meet Father?
We were matched together in the Golden Glove. Well, Dennis, I've got to be running along now. I hope your party turns out nice.
Thank you, Mother. Well, I got to get everything set for the party. Now I better see if I have everybody's phone number.
Fine thing. It is my birthday. I'm all alone. Nobody even thinks of me. Nobody cares. No cards. Not even a phone call. Who is it?
It's me, boss.
Rochester, I don't want to talk to anyone. Leave me alone.
Boss, you haven't eaten all day. You want me to get you something?
I don't want anything. Just leave me alone.
Okay. I wonder what's wrong with him. He's kept himself locked up in the den all day. Maybe he bet on a horse. No, if Mr. Benny bet on a horse and that horse lost, he'd beat it to death with his bare hands. I just can't figure out what's the matter with him.
Rochester, if you don't mind, I'll have my dinner served in bed.
What's the matter, boss? Don't you feel good? You've been brooding all day.
I haven't been brooding. If I want to lock myself in the den, it's my own business.
Wait a minute, boss.
Huh?
Have you been crying?
Why, what makes you think I've been crying?
There's a rainbow in your little blue eyes.
There is? I mean, who cares? A lot you or anybody else worries about me anyway.
You're wrong, Mr. Benny. I worry about you.
Oh, you do, eh? Well, Rochester, what day is this?
Saturday.
Uh-huh. Saturday, February what?
The 14th.
Well, doesn't that mean anything to you?
Saturday, February 14th. Oh, my goodness, I forgot to put the garbage out.
It's not that. Come back here. Now, let's not talk any more about it. You go in and clean the den. I'll go in the kitchen and have a sandwich and a glass of garbage. I mean, milk.
Okay. Well, it won't take long to straighten up the den. I'll put these books away on the shelf.
Hello.
Well, hello, Polly.
Here I am, all alone. Nobody cares.
Huh?
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
What are you talking about?
Today's my birthday.
Oh, my goodness, how can I be so stupid? I better go out in the kitchen and fix things up right away. Excuse me, boss, excuse me.
Rochester.
Wait a minute, boss.
Rochester, what are you doing?
I'm putting a candle on a cracker. It's Polly's birthday.
Oh, it is, eh? Well, I'm glad to hear it. I'm going to my room.
Gosh, I can't figure out what's bothering the boss. He's usually so cheerful and... Hello, Mr. Benny's residence.
Rochester, this is Miss Livingston.
Oh, hello, Miss Livingston. You'll never guess whose birthday it is today.
I know, Rochester, and that's why I called. I want to give a surprise party.
A party?
Yes, do you think you can get him out of the house?
Him?
Certainly.
Well, he sure fooled me. Laid an egg this morning.
Rochester, what are you talking about?
The parrot.
Parrot? It isn't the parrot's birthday. It's Mr. Benny's birthday.
Oh! So that's why he's been feeling bad all day. He thought everybody forgot about him.
Oh, no. When I called the gang, I found out that everybody was going to give him a party. So we all decided to come over to Mr. Benny's house and surprise him.
Well, bring some food with you. The time lock doesn't open the icebox till 6 in the morning.
Don't worry, we have food. You just get Mr. Benny out of the house for a little while, and don't let him suspect anything.
Okay, Miss Livingston, and leave it to me. I'll get him out of the house, and I'll be clever about it.
Gee, I feel a lot better taking this little walk, but I can't understand Rochester throwing my hat and coat out. When I went out to get him, he slammed the door. Gee, I've been walking for about 40 minutes now. I'm kind of tired. I think I'll walk across the street and get on a bus for home. Fine birthday up. Gee, look at this theater marquee. Now playing The Horn Blows at Midnight. I guess they're reviving it again on account of the Academy Awards. I think I'll go to see it again.
Rochester, we've been here 4 hours now. If Mr. Benny only went out for a walk, why isn't he back?
I don't know, Mr. Day.
Well, I've waited long enough. I've got to go home.
Me too.
I wonder what happened to the boss.
Yeah.
I beg your pardon, mister.
Huh?
I'm the manager of this theater. We've shown you The Horn Blows at Midnight 3 times. Now, will you please go home so we can close up?
Okay. By the way, mister, the girl at the box office told me that you haven't sold a ticket all week.
That's quite right.
Well, if that's true, how come there's someone sitting in almost every seat in this theater?
We rent it out as a storage room to a mortuary.
A mortuary? You mean all the people in those seats are... Gee, that's amazing.
I'll say it's amazing. Yesterday, right in the middle of the picture, 3 of them got up and walked out.
Gee, I wondered why the guy at the door didn't tear my ticket. Well, I better go on home. Coming home to a cold, dark house. What a birthday this was. Fine, loyal gang I've got. I got a good notion to fire every one of them. If I had any talent, I would. Yeah, I'm tired. Well, I might as well go to bed. Now, who can that be at this time of night? Hello?
Hello, is this Jack Benny?
Yes?
Oh, this is Western Union.
We have a singing telegram for you from your sister in Chicago.
Oh, a singing telegram from my sister, eh? Well, that's cute. Go ahead. Here.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Jack Benny.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Jack Benny. Happy birthday to you.
Well, thank you very much. That was swell, really. And I do think that... Look, I've got to get away now.
Happy birthday to you.
Look, kids.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Jack Benny. Happy birthday, dear Jack. Happy birthday.
Well, that was awfully sweet of you. Now, if you'll get...
Happy day, happy day, happy day. Happy birthday, Jack Benny.
Well, thank you very much. And
You're welcome, yes, you're welcome very Happy birthday to you.
Well, I'll be darned. Oh, gee, it's 9 a.m. Sunday morning. Gee, I hope I have a good show this afternoon. Good morning, Rochester.
Good morning, boss. Feeling a little more cheerful today?
Yes, I feel fine.
You should have come back earlier last night.
Why?
The whole gang came over to give a surprise party and celebrate your birthday.
What? A surprise party for me? My whole gang? You mean Mary and Don and Dennis? Gee, they didn't forget me.
Why, boss, that rainbow's coming back in your little blue eye.
Well, I can't help it. I'm so happy. Good night, folks.
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight Jack Benny does another television show. But meanwhile, let's take you back to yesterday. Last night, the members of the Beverly Hills Beavers put on a play at the school auditorium. Of course, Jack Benny, who happens to be the treasurer of the club, was planning to go. We now find Rochester pressing Jack's tuxedo.
Press it once and press it twice, then press it once again. It's been a long, long time. Da 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 da. Well, I got the pants pressed. Now I better finish pressing the coat. I wonder where Mr. Benny bought this tuxedo. It should be on the label. Yeah, there it is. The Pep Boys.
Oh, Rochester, have you finished pressing my clothes yet?
Yes, boss, but who was the last one you rented this tuxedo to?
Why?
Every time I lay the coat down, the arms fold.
Oh, stop.
Anyway, you're only going to a school play. Why dress formal?
Well, Rochester, the Beavers aren't putting on just a play. They're going to do their version of my radio program. You see, each one of the kids will portray a member of my cast.
Oh.
And since I'm the inspiration for their show, they may ask me to come up on the stage and make a speech. Gosh, I'll never forget 10 years ago when I made that speech at the Academy Awards.
Boss, I didn't know you were on the speaker's list.
I wasn't, but I just had to get up and tell him what I thought of him. I'm glad I did, too. I'll get it, Rochester. Oh, hello, Mary.
Hello, Jack. Am I early?
Well, we don't have to be at the school auditorium for a half hour yet. Sit down, Mary.
Thanks.
Here's your tuxedo, boss.
Oh, help me on with the coat, Rochester. I want to see if it still fits. Thanks.
Jack, if you wear that old tuxedo again, I'm not going out with you. It's so old-fashioned now.
Old-fashioned?
Yes, look how long the coat is.
What are you laughing at?
You look like the villain in The Drunkard.
Only when I wear the cape. Now, Mary...
Jack, I mean it. I wouldn't be seen dead in that tuxedo.
Our last customer didn't mind.
Now, cut that out. I'm going to wear this tuxedo, and that settles it. Now, Rochester, I won't be home, and... There's the phone. I'll get it. Hello?
Hi, Jack. This is Bob. I hate to bother you today, but, well, I wanted to let you know I'm on jury duty.
Jury duty? You're kidding.
No, the first case comes up Wednesday, and it may last for weeks.
But this is ridiculous. You'll miss my show. Didn't you tell him you worked for me?
Yes, I did, Jack.
Well, why didn't you tell him it would be a hardship if you had to lose the income from my show?
Well, I told him, Jack, but that didn't work either.
Why not?
Well, they pay more than you do.
What?
$3 a day.
Well, that temporary work is always high. But, Bob, I just can't let you miss my show.
Well, there's really nothing you can do about it, Jack.
Oh, no? What about my contract with you?
Well, that's the case that we're trying Wednesday.
Now, look, stop joking, Bob. I need you for the show, so I wish you'd try and make it.
Okay. Say, by the way, Jack, did you get that recording that I made with the sportsman?
Oh, yes, Bob. It's right here.
Well, will you play it? I think you might enjoy it.
All right, I'll play it right now. So long, Bob.
Goodbye.
Oh, Mary, Bob sent me a record that he made with the Sportsman Quartet. Let's play it.
Okay, where is it?
Right there by the phonograph. And play it loud, Mary, so I can hear it in the other room while I'm getting dressed.
Okay.
Say, Mary, that was very good, and it was thoughtful of Bob to get the Sportsman to do it with him.
Oh, it sure was. Say, Jack, don't you think it's about time we left for the school auditorium?
Yes, we haven't got much time. Rochester, get my car out of the garage, will you, please?
You can't use the car, boss. A nail went through one of the tires.
Oh.
I told you not to buy such cheap tires.
Well, Rochester, the most expensive tire in the world can be punctured by a nail.
A fingernail?
Well, what did you touch it for? Always testing. Now what are we going to do?
Well, I've got my car outside.
Okay, we'll go in yours. Come on.
Bye, Rochester.
Goodbye.
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 Jack, wasn't that a nice song Bob sang?
Yeah.
Oh, look, Jack, here comes Dennis on a bicycle.
Where?
Oh, hello, Mary. Hello, Mr. Benny.
Oh, hello, kid. See, we were just leaving for the school auditorium. Aren't you going to see the Beverly Hills Beavers put on their play?
Oh, sure, but it's such a nice night, I thought I'd ride over on my new bicycle.
Oh, is that a new one, Dennis?
Yeah, I won it last night on a quiz program.
On a quiz program? Gosh, you're really lucky.
Yeah.
Was it a hard question?
Oh, no, it was easy. The man pointed at me and said, would you pay $100 for this bicycle? I said, yes, so I gave him the $100, and he gave me the bicycle.
Dennis.
I almost won a refrigerator, but I didn't have enough money.
Look, kid, did the master of ceremonies of this quiz program have a little hammer in his hand?
Uh-huh.
Dennis, you were at an auction.
Certainly. And all those people crowded around were bidding. I know what I'd have done if I'd have had the hammer. Now, come on, we better get to the... Now, come on, we better get to the school auditorium.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, Dennis, did you ask your mother if you could go duck hunting with me again next week?
Yeah.
Dennis, I didn't know you go with Mr. Benny on his hunting trip.
Oh, sure, I'm his retriever.
You mean when he shoots, you bring back the ducks?
No, when he misses, I have to bring back the buckshot.
all right, all right. Now, Dennis, leave your bicycle here and come with us.
Okay.
Say, this school auditorium really is packed. But we got pretty good seats, didn't we, Mary?
Oh, these are fine. Right in the center, too.
Can you see all right, Dennis?
No.
Why don't you ask that man in front of you to take off his hat?
It isn't his.
What?
It's mine. I put it there.
Well, take it off and be quiet.
Hey, Mr. Benny. Mr. Benny.
Oh, hello, Joey. Is everything ready backstage for your show?
Uh-huh.
Are the kids nervous?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, good luck.
Thanks, Mr. Benny. And by the way, you'll be happy to know that we're almost sold out of popcorn.
Well, good, good. Now, push the lemonade. Go ahead.
Okay. You know, Miss Livingston, tonight we're going to do a takeoff on Mr. Benny's radio show.
I know.
Say, Joey, did you finally get a fat kid to play Don Wilson?
Uh-huh.
Good, good. Now, you better hurry or you'll be late. Huh? Well, Mary, it won't be long now before the show starts.
Gee, I hope the Beavers really do it.
Hey, Mary. Mary.
Huh?
Don't look now, but there's a lady across the aisle who keeps staring at me. I guess she recognizes me.
Where?
Shh, here she comes.
Pardon me, but would you be good enough to give me your autograph?
Why, certainly. There you are.
Thank you. You were wonderful in the drunkard.
I told you not to wear that cape.
I'll take it off. You know, Mary, this idea of the little kids doing my radio program is really clever, isn't it?
Oh, yes, Jack. I think it's the cutest thing that... Oh, the curtain's going up.
Yeah, yeah. And look, they've even got a kid orchestra.
Quiet, here they go.
Starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring you the star of our show. A man who still has the first dollar he's ever earned. Not because he's cheap, because you can't spend Confederate money. Jack Benny. Thank you. Hello again, this is Jack Benny talking. And Don, did you think up that introduction all by yourself? Yes, Jack, and I thought it was very funny. Oh, you did, eh? Yes. Don, blubber boy. Hey, get easy. The last time you shook like that, you got a proposal from Hilo Hattie. And another thing, Don. Oh, hello, Mary. Hello, Jack. Hiya, Don. Say, Mary, I called you last night, but your mate said you were out. That's right. I went to the baseball game with Van Johnson. That was nice. Who won? When you're with Van Johnson, who watches the game? Mary, what's this you dropped on the floor? That? Oh, that's the letter I got from Mama. From your mother, eh? What does the third dimension of Plainfield have to say? I'll read it to you. My darling daughter, Mary, just a few lines to let you know that we are all well. The weather's nice here now, but as you probably read in the paper, last month we had an awful blizzard. And when your father came in from the barn, his milking hand was frozen. Gee. I hope it thaws out soon, as we'd like to get the cow out of the house. I don't blame them.
Say, Mary, that little girl is a natural-born actress.
Yes, she went right on reading the letter, even though her bloomers were slipping down.
Yeah.
No other news, so we'll close now. With love, your loving mother, Mama. You know, Mary, your mother's letters get better all the time. But let's get on with the show. Oh, Bob, Bob Crosby, I'm talking to you. Oh, I'm sorry, Jack. I didn't hear you. Didn't hear me? No, I've been rehearsing the band and my ears are still folded. Oh, say, Bob, I meant to ask you, did you learn how to pronounce that word yet? I think so. Let me hear you say it. Manischewitz. Well, keep trying, Bob. You don't want to disgrace your wife and children. Say, Jack, what is it, Don? I think this fellow has a telegram for you. Well, what's he waiting for? Oh, boy. Oh, fine. Are you from Western Union? Who do you think I am with this uniform, Nelson Eddy? Never mind. Just give me the message. Here you are. And here's a tip for you. Oh, boy, a nickel. Now I can send my father through college. Say, I've had trouble with you before. What's the matter with you? Do you enjoy aggravating me? Whoa, do I? Now, let's see. I wonder who this Jack, you only gave a nickel tip. That's the cheapest thing I ever heard of. Mary, be quiet, or you'll be known as Nylon Nellie at the May Company. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for our feature attraction tonight, we are going to do... Hello, Mr. Benny. Hello, Mary. Hello, Dennis. Hey, kid, I'm glad you got here because it's time for your... Wait a minute. Dennis, look at me. Huh? Dennis, this is the first time I ever saw you wearing glasses. Are your eyes bad? No. Then why are you wearing those glasses? My uncle died and left them to me. Your uncle? Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, I can't see a darn thing with Well, for heaven's sakes, kid, if you can't see with them, take them off. Just because somebody leaves you something in a will, you're not compelled to use it. I'm not? No. Anybody want to buy a set of teeth? Now cut that out. And take off those glasses. It's time for your song. Okay. While you're singing, I'm going out in the hall and get a candy bar out of the machine. Where's the candy machine? Oh, here it is. Now, let's see. They've got Hershey's, Circus Peanuts, Lifesavers, Babe Ruth, and Milky Dip. I think I'll get that one, a Milky Dip. Hey, Bud. Huh? Come here a minute. Yeah, what you doing? I'm getting some candy. What kind? A Milky Dip. What? Get a Hershey bar. Why a Hershey bar? In this hot weather, nothing runs like chocolate. But I want a Milky Dip. Milky Dip hasn't got a chance. What are you talking about? Milky Dip not only has chocolate on the outside, but it has cream in the center. That's what'll give you the trouble. What? Cream is hard to handle unless you whip it. Gee, I never thought of that. I should get a Hershey bar?
Can't miss. Look at the last performance.
Last performance?
Yeah. Coming out of the machine, Hershey was boxed in by Lifesaver, but got through the hole.
Really?
And Lifesaver was the flavorite.
Well, I don't know. I'm still gonna... Wait a minute. I know what I'll do. I'll get Almond Joy.
Okay, it's your dough.
Wasn't he cute, Jack? Just like the tout on our show.
Yeah.
Hurry up, Jack. Dennis has finished his song. Okay, Mary. What took you so long, Jack? Oh, I ran into that racetrack tout. Now, where were we? We're supposed to start our sketch. Oh, yes. Well, hold it a second. Kids, before we start, I want to call Rochester. Oh, Mabel. What is it, Gertrude? Mr. Benny's line is flashing. Hello? Hello? Gertrude, will you try to get me Rochester, please? Just a moment, Blue Eyes. He wants us to get him Rochester.
It's a good thing he talked to you. I'd have hung up on him.
Why?
Jack took me out once and didn't even kiss me goodnight. I can't understand it. I even brought my lips up close to him. Like this.
Well, no wonder he didn't kiss you. What? I've seen a better pucker on a closed laundry bag. Operator, get me Rochester. Yes, Mr. Benny, I'm ringing for you.
Mr. Benny's residence, star stage, screen, radio, television, and get your income tax filled up by the man who knows.
Never mind that, Rochester.
Oh, it's you, boss.
Yeah. Did the man from the used car lot come around to buy my car?
Yes, sir.
Well, did you tell him the price was $1,000?
But he told me that the used car market has dropped some in the last few days.
Oh, what did he offer you?
$750.
Well, that isn't so bad.
You ought to see where the decimal point is.
Now, Rochester, stop being on his side. You know as well as I do that the car is worth $1,000.
Oh, boss, come now.
All right. Well, tell the man I'm not selling it anyway, and come down to the studio and pick me up. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Jack, you were on the phone so long we haven't got time to do the play. I don't know. You try to put on a program and something always happens. Play, Bob.
Lemonade. Get your lemonade in the lobby.
Jack!
Oh, I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, I was going to tell you about my television show, but we're a little late, so tune in and watch it. Good night, folks.
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to take you back to Thursday evening at the CBS radio studios. The Jack Benny Show has just finished its weekly rehearsal.
All right, fellas, that's about it. But before anybody leaves, I want to check some things. Hey, Malin.
Yes, Jack?
I'd like you to rehearse the opening music with the boys. I like the tempo picked up a little. You know?
Okay. I intended to have another orchestra rehearsal anyway.
I want to stay and go over my song once more.
Well, fine, Dennis. Now, Don.
Yes, Jack?
One little thing. Every time we rehearsed that joke on page 12, you broke up and laughed through the whole thing.
Yeah, I know.
Well, Don, you're supposed to play that straight. You're supposed to do it with sincerity. It's not funny when you laugh.
Jack, I can't help laughing. It is funny.
Well, let's try it once more, Don. This time, play it straight. Let's rehearse it once more. It's on the bottom of page 12. Go ahead.
Okay.
Now, take it, Don. Now, don't laugh. Just take it.
You know, ever since I was born, my father wanted me to be a jockey.
Oh, Don, that's silly. Jockeys only weigh about 90 pounds.
Well, that's exactly what I weighed when I was born.
For heaven's sake. You laughed all the way through it again.
Well, Jack, I just can't help it. It's so ridiculous.
Ridiculous?
Yeah, when I was born, I weighed 120 pounds.
How do you like that? And I paid a writer $9 for that joke. Now, fellas, we'll have another script rehearsal tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock.
Can't you make it later, Jack? I've got to get a haircut tomorrow morning.
Well...
Oh, Mr. Benny, I have to get a haircut, too.
Hey, that's a coincidence. I have to get a haircut, too.
The only thing I can't stand is a bunch of show-offs. Look, fellas, we've scheduled the rehearsal for tomorrow morning. Why do you have to waste time like that?
Oh, it's not a waste of time, Jack. Don't you get haircuts when your hair gets too long?
He has Rochester wash it and it shrinks.
Dennis, I suppose you thought that was funny.
Yes, sir.
I agree with him, Jack.
Oh, you agree with him, eh, Don?
Yeah. According to the greatest authorities on comedy, the basic ingredient of all humor is the blunt insult.
Really, Don?
Yes.
Well, shut up, blubber bucket. Is that blunt enough? Now, let's see. Dennis, if you're ready to rehearse your song now, I'd like to hear it.
Oh, my throat is a little dry. I think I'll get a Coke first.
Oh, well, Malin, why don't you let the boys in the band take a little break?
Yeah. Okay, fellas, take 5.
He meant 5 minutes, not break. What a bunch of guys.
Go ahead, fellas. Take a 5-minute break.
Oh, say, Malin, I've noticed something. Every time the boys in the band leave, Sammy the drummer stays behind. Now, why doesn't he go with them?
Well, Sammy doesn't like to mix with them. They're always insulting him and saying mean things about him.
See, I've noticed that, too. Why doesn't he stick up for himself and answer him back?
Oh, he's afraid to.
Afraid to, but Sammy's the biggest guy in the band. Is he a coward?
Not exactly, but you see, he's been down on his hands and knees so long, he thinks everybody is 10 feet tall.
Gee. He must think the piano is the Golden Gate Bridge. Well, that's about all. I'm going to my dressing room. Malin, let me know about those new arrangements as soon as they're ready, will you?
Okay, Jack, I'll call you. What's your number at home again?
Crestview 40555.
Crestview 40555.
That's right. See you tomorrow, fellas.
Oh, I'll walk with you, Mr. Benny. I'm going out in the hall for a drink.
Okay, kid. Gee, the studio sure looked nice and bright since they replastered and painted the walls.
Yeah.
Must have cost a lot of money.
It cost $4,629.92.
Dennis, how'd you know the exact amount?
My mother was foreman on the job.
Well, here's the Coke machine. You said you wanted to get one.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's see. Oh, here's a dime. Nothing came out.
Dennis, don't beat on the machine like that. You'll break it.
But I put my dime in and nothing came out.
Well, that's the chance you take.
Oh. Say, wait a minute. Here's a sticker on the machine. It says, for repairs, call Crestview 40555.
See you later, Dennis.
Hey, wait a minute. That's your number.
Don't be such a bad loser. I'm going to my dressing room. Well, I'll get all my things out of here, out of my dressing room, and then I'll... Yes, miss?
Say, what are you doing here?
Miss, this happens to be my dressing room.
Mister, either you can't read or you ought to get your glasses fixed.
It's my dressing room. It's been converted.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I guess I'll get my things together. First, I better call the parking lot and have them push my car around to the front. It takes longer now that a wheel is missing. Hello, this is Mr. Benny. Will you please bring my car around to the front? Thank you. Well, I might as well go now. I think I'll go to the studio and say goodbye to the gang. So long, fellas.
Oh, Mr. Benny, I thought you'd gone home.
I'm just leaving. Can I drop you at your house?
No, I'm going to the doctor across the street. I'm getting a treatment for water on my knee.
Oh, gee, Dennis, I didn't know you had water on the knee.
Well, I have, and it bothers me a lot, especially at night.
At night?
Yeah, the splashing keeps me awake. It's at its worst about 3 in the morning.
Why?
That's when the tide comes in.
Don, you see, Don, you shouldn't have asked him. I was going to ignore the silly kid. He's making the whole thing up. He hasn't got water on the knee, probably never had it.
Oh, yes, I have. I got it when my mother dropped me when she was giving me a bath.
When you were a baby?
No, last week.
Now cut that out! I'm leaving now. And Malin, don't forget to call me about those arrangements. So long, fellas.
How'd you enjoy your dinner, Mr. Benny?
That was very good, Rochester, and I'll have my coffee.
Here you are. Would you like a little cognac in your coffee?
I would, but have we got any cognac?
Yeah, I squeezed out that fruitcake you got for Christmas.
I'm glad you squeezed that joke out, finally. Thought we weren't going to get it there for a minute. Well, good. That's my next line. Good.
Say, boss, after I finish the dishes, can I have the rest of the night off?
I guess so. Have you got a date?
Yeah. I'm going over to my girlfriend Susie's house to watch television. It's so nice and cozy there. Just the two of us on the sofa with the lights dimmed down.
Say, this will be the third time this week you've been there. Have there been any good shows on television this week?
Who knows? Their set's broken.
Okay, Rochester, you can have the night off, but be sure you're home at a reasonable hour.
You're reasonable or am I reasonable?
Never mind. Just don't be so late.
Want me to answer the phone, boss?
No, you finish the dishes. I'll get it in the den. His reasonable or my reasonable. Never forget last New Year's Eve. He went out. He didn't come in till 5. February 5. I'm going to have a long talk with him. Hello?
Hi, Jack. This is Malin Murray.
Oh, have you got those musical arrangements I asked for?
Well, I was bringing them over with Remley, but he had to stop off here at a gas station to get filled up.
Oh, well, wait a minute. I didn't know Frankie had a car.
He hasn't. He'll drink anything.
Oh.
I'll try and get them over soon.
Okay, goodbye. Hey, imagine Frankie getting high on gasoline. I hope it's mobile gas, then everybody can look for the sign of the flying red guitar player. Gosh, what a bunch of guys those musicians are. I don't know why I keep them around. They can't play music. A lot of times they don't even bother showing up for the program. When they do show up, the condition they're in. Now that I think of it, those fellas haven't sobered up once in all the years they've been with me. If they ever start cashing their checks, I'm going to fire them. I don't know why. Say, what's this message here on the phone? It's in Rochester's handwriting. Darrell Zanuck called. Oh, Rochester! Rochester, what's this message about Mr. Zanuck calling?
Oh, yes, Mr. Benny. He phoned this afternoon from 20th Century Fox Studios.
What did he want? What?
You owe him a dime. Their Coke machine is out of order.
Oh, well, you know what to do. Send him the questionnaire he has to fill out and the 6 form letters he has to sign in front of a notary public.
But, boss, nobody will go through all that just to get a dime back.
I know.
Are you going out to a movie tonight, Mr. Benny?
No, there's some good wrestling on television tonight, and I want to watch it. Hey, look what time it is. I better turn the set on or I'll miss the main event.
Well, while you're watching TV, I'll go back in the kitchen and finish my work.
Okay, Rochester. Well, the set's warming up. I think I'll get comfortable here in this chair.
This concludes another program of music sponsored by the Shamrock Hotel in Houston, Texas. For reservations, call the clerk right at the hotel. The number is Houston 69038, 576489, 41027369.
Gee, everything's so big down in Texas. What a number.
Oh, correction, please. I've just been notified that for reservations at the Shamrock Hotel, you're to call the Flamingo Hotel in Las Vegas. The Flamingo has just won the Shamrock.
Now, that's silly. I better get the channel the wrestling matches are on.
Well, that was an exciting bout.
That's it.
Now, before we telecast the main event, here's a word from our sponsor, the Friendly Credit Clothing Store.
Yes, men, if you need slacks, suits, sport jackets, or any other wearing apparel, get them at the Friendly Credit Clothing Store. No money down, just pay $1 a week. And remember, these clothes are guaranteed not for months, not for years, but for life. They have to be because that's how long you'll be paying. Now back to the wrestling matches.
And now we're ready for the main event. Both wrestlers are now in the ring. The contestants are Lord Featherstone and Professor Lamont, who is known as the absent-minded professor.
Gosh, what big fellows they are.
The referee has summoned the men to the center of the ring. Featherstone has taken off his robe, and his trunks are black with a white stripe. Now the professor is taking off his robe, and his trunks are... Well, he really is absent-minded.
Yeah, I'll say he is. Oh, the match is about to start. This should be good.
There's the bell. The men advance to the center of the ring and start circling around each other as they...
What happened to the picture? The set went off. I wonder what's wrong with it. Oh, Rochester! Rochester!
Yes, boy?
I was watching television. All of a sudden, the set went off.
Maybe you made a short circuit when you dropped in the coin.
That set's in the guest room. It's probably just a loose wire. You try and fix it. I'm going to get the wrestling matches on radio.
Yes, sir.
Gee, I don't even know what radio station it's on. Let's see.
Please don't leave me, Joe. Please. I've been a good wife to you, although I'll admit that I've nagged a little. Never had your dinner ready when you came home at night. Never made the beds in the morning and let the furniture stay dusty.
That's not it. That's a soap opera. Maybe it's around here somewhere. That's it.
And Dusty Rhodes has just hit a home run into the right field stands, and the Giants defeat Cleveland in the first game of the World Series.
This program was transcribed earlier for release at this more convenient time.
Oh, for heaven's sake, where are those wrestling matches?
We played the game of stay away, but it cost more than I could pay. Without you, I can't find my way. I surrender, dear.
Boy, would she stump the experts on what's my line. Rochester, how are you coming along with the television set? I can't get the program on radio.
Well, I've looked all over the set. I can't see anything wrong.
But it just went off suddenly. Say, maybe the wire's been kicked loose where it's plugged in.
You want me to go over to the Coleman's house and see?
Look, never mind the joke. Just see if you can fix the set. I'll try the radio again.
And sometimes I forget to sew buttons on your shirt. And leave a sink full of dirty dishes, spend too much money on clothes, neglect the children, burn your toast in the morning.
Maybe it's lower on the dial here. See, I get everything but what I want to listen to. Where are the wrestling matches?
I may seem proud.
Oh, for
I
heaven's
may act gay. It's just a pose.
I don't want that.
I'm not that way.
Heard the smog doesn't hurt at all. Why can't I get the wrestling matches here?
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is often interred with their bones. So let it be with Caesar.
Thank you, Mark Anthony.
What?
This news program was transcribed earlier for release at this more convenient time.
Well, this I don't understand at all.
We'll bury Caesar in just a minute. But first, a word from our sponsor.
For heaven's sake, Rochester, can't you get that television set fixed?
I'm fixing it.
What's wrong with this radio set here? I want to get the wrestling matches.
Sometimes I'd stay out too late at night.
Oh, for
And I always have accidents while driving your car, and I lose the rent money playing canasta.
Oh.
And I'll admit that I've let myself become sloppy. But you're not going to leave me, are you, Joe?
Yes!
Gosh, Joe had a big part. Why can't I get the wrestling matches?
Oh, has this been exciting?
I've got it.
Yes, this has been the most exciting wrestling match we've ever seen. You've just heard a statement from the winner of the match, and now coming up to our microphone for an interview is the loser. Now, you lost the match when the referee gave you the submission signal. Now, can you tell us why you gave up?
He broke my arm, tore out my hair, and it was more than I could bear. When he stomped on my leg, I had to say, I surrender here.
Well, this is the craziest thing I've ever heard. I'm going to a movie.